Okay, so yeah, last time, we wrapped up the fight where you guys got to be monsters, against, Leo and Seamus. Seamus seeing a suspicious fireproof dog. And Leo putting himself on the brink of danger to acquire the newly formed elemental blister coil weird, which Leo knows what that thing is called, instinctually from capturing it, and doing so with a natural 20 at the perfect time. So he had to beat a dirty 20, so he had to I think it was he had to get a 19 or a 20 in order to even tie, but 19 would have tied and gone for another round, but the 20 sealed the deal just barely and made it happen. And then we panned back to the trio who went inside the waterfall and confused looks and figuring things out. Eventually, Dro trying something new, tried to more or less get in touch with the space around him instead of just looking for what clues there were, and quickly understood that this place was a sanctuary for the departed, a graveyard, someplace where people from Rippletop come up and say goodbye to their dead. To which Dro said goodbye to somebody of his own. And then in that process of going down and releasing that some portion of himself that was pained, he felt the presence of something very angry that he had done so. Seeing 5 red diamonds in a triangular shape into the distance. And in that moment, Dro's inner voice manifested as an outer voice in the pool. And Yaslin heard what?
What did she hear? I don't remember. I think she heard a deeper voice say,
yeah,
something with darling.
Yeah, it was something, darling. It's like it's been a long time, darling, or something.
It was, is that you, darling?
Yeah, that's it.
Was it? Oh my gosh, I got to know. Got to know.
What does because Dro dove down, but he's not all very far down, just enough to be submerged. What does Yaslin say from up there? If she's looking down at Dro. Let me rephrase that back to you, Lily.
What does Yaslin see?
Is Yaslin looking down towards Dro?
So what does Dro see? Oh, let's.
Yeah, which perspective are we talking about? Is it this Dro looking at Yaslin? What does he see there?
Other way.
Okay, Yaslin looking down at Dro. So Yaslin, you hear this voice semi-similar to Dro's, but deeper, a little less emotional, different accent. Give me a perception check as your head snap whips down to look at Dro.
Oh, for sure. Here we go. Oh, that was nature, please. 15.
15.
What do I see?
You see Dro floating in the water and kind of like staring off into the what on the map is the east side of like the wall, and just barely behind him you see what looks like Dro's shadow, but more like a slight shadowy duplicate of himself that is like detached from him just by a matter of like a couple of inches. So it doesn't look like an entirely different person. It's just almost like a duplicated silhouette is just backed up slightly, but it's facing up towards you. And inside you see basically pure shadow except two very piercing purple eyes of kind of an ephemeral darkness colored as purple, staring straight up at you.
Is Where's Dro looking? You said to the east. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, Dro, you know, at that exact moment, and this can change whenever you want, was looking towards the direction that he saw the five gleaming shapes.
Okay, so Dro's looking one way, and this other individual is looking, which would be to his right, up towards Yaslin. I'm getting that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so
Correct.
Polar opposite directions are looking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is Dro aware of this other individual?
You're always aware of this other individual.
Is he aware of somebody else?
But give me a charisma check, of all things. Yeah, there is something different about this. You can feel him in a way that you haven't been able to before. He's more physical, like it's a more tangible manifest.
He would turn his attention away from where he's looking and turn the opposite way and clock that this individual is looking up towards Yaslin. He would make eye contact up at Yaslin. He would look back at the individual, kind of shocked, and then back up towards Yaslin. Once he clocks at this individual is looking up towards her.
So Yaslin, you see them both looking at you.
She's definitely just looking back, and her eyes are just kind of that of a predator who's trying to assess a situation.
How clear can she see? Because she's looking down into the water. I would imagine it's a little wonky looking.
The water has always been very clear in here.
Shit.
The only reason you guys weren't super aware of like where the bottom was basically just optimal illusion, because it's like so smooth you couldn't identify like any hard angles or anything to like try to get a grasp on it.
You said Yaslin's pretty much like in fight mode right now. Is that?
It's not fight mode so much as like ready for a fight mode. So I guess fight mode. She's ready for intervening if she need be, or yeah.
I think clocking that, Drill would look up at you and just shake his head no. And then look back towards the individual and just stare him down. No movement. Without saying it, I think he would read a big question of how. And just stare at him.
Check your messages here in a sec.
Yaslin, you would also see that he is not in like his fight stance. He is, I don't want to say relaxed, but has this, everything's under control.
I think seeing him just like shake his head like no to not intervene, she would pull back and give him some space. Her ear's still trained to the area, but...
Are you watching what's going on?
No, she's just listening to the water. If she hears like some violent splashing start happening, it's...
I think, if you're not watching, but for context of everything else, Dro would, once clocking this entire time, even though he doesn't look like he's focused on anything else, he is clocking where Yaslin is in particular, and where this individual is, who is now, Dro spun around face to face with him, and I mean like face to face with him. And have a conversation with the individual. Dro saying, how are you here? And kind of look around. This is going to be so awkward having a two-sided conversation with one person.
Which is why I offered.
And I think beyond that, the deeper voice, you just kind of look around, a little confused himself, but kind of excited. Look back at Dro and say, that's a very good question, to be fair. And spin back up towards Yaslin. And just kind of grin.
Oh no.
And Dro would look back. No. It's not your turn. And look, I guess, slight-eyed back towards the direction of the V thing that he saw.
Mm-hmm. And it's absent. Not there at all.
And the other individual kind of simultaneously looking that way. Dro just understanding that neither of them understand what that is. He'll take his hand and kind of swipe towards the individual. Not like through it, but just to see if, cautiously till he gets to where he would actually touch the individual. Does his hand go through or does it stop?
Not sure which way it's going to go, but it moves through. And there's like an inky spill that follows into the space around.
And the individual just kind of look around, the grin disappearing. Dro would kind of relax a little bit, look at him, just shake his head in disappointment.
There is a substance to it. It's not
like a
moving through air.
Person.
It's like a more viscous version of water. It takes a little bit more effort to push through.
What happened? He's gonna slightly Swim a direction from where he is. What happens?
He's pulled along with you.
He's gonna swim back up here to where he was. More of just like a backward stroke watching this individual. He's gonna come up out of the water. Individual follow.
As you start to get out of the water, he remains in the pool. So you come up and you separate from the shadow. Do you get all the way out?
I think he'd leave. He would get all the way till a foot is left. So he's still connected to that water.
Okay. And at this point, as you start to go out, it's like he hits the top of the water and like reflects backwards. So his left foot is touching yours, and you're staring down the full length of his body at his face. He staring down the full length of your body at your face.
I'll look down at the water. Not yet. Not yet. And he'll pull his foot out.
As you do, there's kind of one last sound that echoes through the water. But someday.
Someday. And then he'll look directly towards Yaslin. And then he'll kind of look up towards, like, look at her, then look up towards the ledge, motioning
No.
back up.
Yeah.
I'd also hope if I move him out of the water.
Assuming that he's moved his position, she'll go ahead and fly on over. She doesn't tease him this time so much when she takes him back up. She does give him a look, kind of like, "You gonna explain what that was?"
It's a long story.
I see. They all are.
Maybe some other time, but right now we've got a little bit of a situation and kind of motion back up towards the entrance. A little situation burning up there, literally.
Yeah. Oh, they're back.
I'm gonna look back up at you. Little help?
Picks them up and flies them back up.
Easy enough to do. As you... So anything else that you're going to do in this chamber before you head out?
I think Drow will take one last look down towards the water. A solid 5 seconds or so. Shake his head a little bit and relax his shoulders, thinking about what happened before the red eye, the anger came over, that feeling came over him. Reflect on that just for a couple seconds, and then without saying a word, kind of look at Nora and Yaslin and just start to walk back out towards the entrance.
Okay. I think at this point, Nora was like, kind of just a bit comments. Well, I think this was a bust. Not sure why this is here, but I don't think this is what we were looking for.
I don't think so either.
Did Nora see any of that, or was it just Yaslin?
I'm gonna roll a perception check for Nora. She's pretty good at these.
I know
But a 13. I'm gonna say no. on that. Like she looked down and she saw like the other drow like in the water, left foot to left foot. But besides that, she was still kind of just like looking around, drifting, lost in her thoughts.
So it came off as just like a standard reflection.
Yeah, definitely understands that something is odd there, but not sure why.
Okay. Drow just walks out silently.
Okay. All right. You all reach the mouth of the cavern here with the waterfall rolling down after going back up the spiral that kind of makes you face this way, and then you get back up to the top, and the waterfall is just drifting down in front of you. And you can conversely to when you showed up, you can see pretty clearly out at the town. You still see people like rushing around. You can see the coloration of like fire in the distance. Anything that you are doing at this time with being in that spot?
Can we see anybody that looks different from the librarians we saw?
Here, give me a perception check. It's not perfect visibility, but it is far clearer than it should be.
Good Jesus.
Primary man.
Nice.
I see everything.
Okay. At first, you see somebody appear on the other side of the lake, like where the water meets the shore. You see somebody come back into visibility, where they were clearly invisible. They are wearing some robes with like wide blue shoulders, kind of slim fitted with some like a long draped tail behind them. And you see them rushing across in the way, and like as they like are like turning, this individual is a dragonborn with kind of like white and blue scales together. And as you see them running, you see that symbol, the book with the waterfall coming out of it. And in this crazy enhanced trance state that Dro happens to be in right now, from finding a little bit of peace from saying goodbye, seeing this other person that he talks to made manifest, and even like the fear of whatever it was that drew its attention to you. There's like a heightened Zen state, and in it you see something come down the waterfall about the size of a person, run across the lake. You see the little footfalls of somebody being invisible running across the water. You see them reach the shore, and this time it's a bugbear, a long-limbed person wearing the robes. Their fur, typically golden brown, yellowish or so. This one is almost purely white, a little bit of silvering on it, and begins to run across the way to go towards the fire as well.
He came from above me?
literally came through the waterfall and then ran out of where it landed on the lake's surface.
So I'm seeing these people start to reappear from being invisible. Well, the Dragonborn I saw, like, I guess what I could say was like drop an invisibility spell or whatever was making him invisible. And then a bugbear became visible when he reached the bottom of the waterfall and took off running across the lake.
No, he became visible on the shoreline as well.
Oh, okay. That's trippy. Relay that back to the other two. What I saw and point out, literally physically point out what I'm seeing and talking it out. So obviously this college isn't here, and it looks like you need some sort of magic, and he'll kind of like lean out and look up the waterfall, either to get up there or to go into the water itself. And these robes that we saw match the description that Leo told us about of these people he saw in Ripple Top.
Precisely.
Okay. Those guys remind me of what Leo said when he saw the individuals show up after the graph closed. And it took off running in the fire's direction. So I think the help we went to go find is on its way. So we may want to go check on and kind of look around Seamus and Leo. Make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
How high up from the entrance of this cave to the waterfall is the lake below us?
So the kind of platform you have, like as you're staring out the waterfall, it's only about 10 feet down towards the surface of the lake.
Oh, so you could easily jump in.
Yeah.
And before he does, he's gonna look at the women. You guys down to go? Mostly looking at Yaslin.
Oh, you bet.
Well, if with the magic-y wizards who we were trying to find are on their way, then I guess we're done here.
I guess so. And he'll turn around one more time and just look back into the cave one more time and just kind of take it in and jump into the water.
All right, so let's go back to the Knowledge Falls map. I'm going to keep Leo and Seamus on here. But the three of you get wet coming back out. Able to swim across very strongly with Nora, fly across with Yaslin and whatnot. And you come out the other side. The air is beginning to get a little bit thick with smoke, and things are no longer as calm as they were when you went in. You were in there for a solid 15 or 20 minutes or something, and things are not sounding good out here. Things seem to be like the panic is setting in. You see the difference between those who are running towards the danger to help it versus those who are running away with it. Many of them weakened looking individuals, people that don't look like they're meant for a fight, but also like some carrying like children or the elderly, things along those lines. And So basically, the entire library's peoples, their attention is directed to the southwest, or exact opposite, trying to get away from it.
I think Joe would take the cloth that's around his neck, that's kind of like a part of his shirt, and pull it up over his mouth and nose so block the smoke a little bit. And then just try to clock Seamus and Leo.
Sure, give me a perception check in the chaos here.
Oh, look at
Yeesh. These high rolls must be the day that I kill Dro, because
Yeah.
he's going to roll like shit
Yeah,
during combat.
that's what I'm worried about.
I foresee the future.
Right? It is very easy to, again, with this heightened Zen signature and looking around, you kind of like individually, like rapidly clock each individual, and none of them are your friends. They're not here right now.
But we did clock Leo running towards where we saw the fire when we first woke up.
Indeed.
Don't know where Seamus went. Last we knew, Seamus was with us and disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Well, Seamus told Nora he wasn't going in. I think.
Yeah, but I don't think Dro or Yaslin heard that, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
So just look at the two and point towards the direction where Leo went. He went that way. I mean, that's, I guess, our best shot. Everyone's looking that way. And start to make his way through the crowd. Trying to remain unnoticed as much. Something he's done in bigger cities. Good point. But navigating his way through the crowd towards that direction, but also making sure that Yaslin and Nora are right there with him.
Yeah. No.
He's set on a mission. Something you would never have seen Dro do.
Okay. Cool. And at this time, Leo and Seamus, what are the two of you doing?
We were making our way back to them also.
Yeah, we were looking for reinforcement because we can't handle the fire and the dog and everything that was coming.
Okay. Sounds good. Just for sake of ease, it takes maybe 5-10 minutes, but like there are people like running back and forth. Like some people are literally like just running and grabbing buckets and like trying to throw it on the fire. Other people, and as you move through you do see many people out there with magic sigils, books, orbs, things like that. Casting create water and other water type spells, like trying to deluge the forest fire. And it's only having a it seems to kind of drawn into a standstill, because the fire, as the two of you have already witnessed, is being perpetuated on purpose by flaming creatures. But this is, so it's kind of like that the spreading has stopped as all these people have begun to fight against it. But these people that you guys have witnessed, and Leo, you especially, like seeing them previously in their kind of like sneaky moves, it's all out in the open. Like they're not trying to hide. But you do find each other eventually, and you see librarians as well, also casting water magic or earth magic or something to like rip up portions of the forest and or make a divide so like the flames can't spread to the next section. Every tactic that they can think of is being employed. There's even a couple of mages that seem to have, or librarians, not these mages that have summoned like fire creatures that are sucking the fire into themselves, like consuming it, and like not adding to the fire because they're in the control of their masters, but they are trying everything they can to push back. And you do also see skirmishes, these like flaming creatures that are making things go back and forth. They are occasionally fighting against them as well. But it's 100 feet off, 200 feet off, 300 feet off. It's happening on a massive scale. And in the chaos, you do manage to meet up with each other, being able to utilize Seamus's message spell quite a bit to kind of like get back together. I assume Seamus would be doing that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so cool. You are able to meet up with each other, and
Has the fire reached the library?
it has not. It's maybe like 80 feet away or so.
There's still a perimeter, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have managed to like put up a perimeter, and it is not necessarily in danger of spreading to where you are at. I'm gonna go ahead and activate a new map for you. And the 5 of you are connected in this space, and the fire has kind of like spread in different directions and is being quelled in certain directions, but you guys meet up in a place where the fire has kind of like creeped up and around and is like on the left-hand northern side. And there are those who are maintaining it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so you reconvene. Things are crazy at the moment. What's going on?
There's no.
I'm jinxed. There's fire creatures out here setting the whole damn place on fire.
Cool.
They're running all over the place. There was some of those dwarfs with a fiery head.
Tro
And
just
then,
stares at you. What?
Little creatures we ran into in the woods on the way here.
Right. The one that I punched and burned my hands.
That's the one. And then there's some others. Leo caught one of them.
It's a weird creature.
Oh,
It's definitely weird.
Can't quite read its mind. But
is that a good thing?
I'll get there.
Nothing?
It's not gonna kill us, is it?
Not in my crystal.
Wow!
Let's leave it in there for now then.
For now.
Is there any
It's pretty.
Morgan, is there any water anywhere near us? Lake, stream, anything?
There is water happening. Like there are those like there are. You only have like 1 or 2 folks over here like containing this portion. Like one person has spread out like a wall of ice and is like actively like maintaining it and like continuing to feed it spell energy. The other person is continues to like just create water and is like trying to douse the flames. Natural water, not at the moment. But give me a survival check.
Guidance or no with this?
Yeah, because if you're actively looking, yeah.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
All the rolls.
It's gonna bite me in the ass.
No, so, and I wish this. I've been doing other homework, like fixing Leo's summons, they all have appropriate HP now. So I wish I would have finished my map. But you guys are kind of like on Ripple Top and and Knowledge Falls kind of exist on like a couple of like flattened spaces, like near the tippy top of the mountain. You guys have kind of gone into like a bit of a southeastern flow. There's a secondary ridge line that leads up to the apex of this mountain. You guys have met up a little bit on the southeastern ridge line, and it goes down and then like droops and then like spikes up one more time. Not as quite as tall as the apex, but that's about where you guys are. Following that, you do instinctually know like directions where you could like go to find water, and you do see some of the people like rushing in that direction who are in these robes, who potentially have water magic.
Morgan, could I bother you for a description of those people? Kind of curious what kind of people are out here magicking.
Sure. The two that are nearby you right now.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
like the ones that are running around in general.
Yeah, sure. The two who we can see, the one doing the water magic and the ice magic.
Sure. One of them is it's like almost a teal colored like tiefling with like white horns that kind of curl back and like almost like drape the bottom of the jawline. That's the one that's doing the ice magic. And the other one is actually like a person with like blue skin that seems to have like some moistness to it. And they've got like a yellowed braid that like covers one eye and like drapes down the front of her chest.
Cool. Are either of them wearing the robes?
Both of them are wearing the robes.
Okay, cool.
In this instance.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the plan?
I'm not much of a firefighter.
It's just kind of Dro literally scratches his head. I may be able to do something to help a little bit. Very much questioning himself as he's saying this. But if you say there's creatures out here, and as I'm taking it, that's where you guys were? Looking towards Seamus and Leo.
A little bit of a different area, but they were on the edge of the fire, just like we are now.
The device you got from Ripple Top, didn't that use water?
Yeah, and I had used it there. It's little confusing, but I can certainly try it. Or maybe Nora, you've got a bit of a better aim than me. Maybe you could handle this.
That makes sense. I'm good at shooting things.
Cool, and that I can hand that big box machine over, whatever we called it, the wave runner.
Wave launcher.
Wave launcher. Yeah, I'll hand that over to Nora.
Yes, I think this will do nicely.
Look over. Can you just continuously keep firing it?
No, I believe you have to reload it first of all. Which
And
at this time.
I had gathered up all the bolts before we headed back, right? So it's reloaded, and only 2 of the bolts have water ability left in it, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So, just still like trying to comprehend. We shoot this, and you gather the bolts. What happens when you shoot the bolt into the fire and the fire still goes and you can't get the bolt?
Well, we can always fashion new bolts. We just need to. I'm not sure.
I could probably fashion, the boats that's within my skill set to make projectiles. But somebody else would have to handle the watery part. That's not really my skill set.
That's where I'm concerned, because we originally got that device for the flaming elemental that we planned on dealing with. Obviously didn't expect and just kind of motioned towards everything burning. This, I mean, as long as we can get the bolts back, it'd probably be more beneficial. Or we could just talk to the magic people up here. Just motion towards them. But keeping an eye, when Seamus said there was beasts out here, clocking everywhere.
They seem a pretty bit preoccupied, as it were.
Well, we could go see how we could help the two up here. Morgan, you said there was someone using like an ice wall, right? To kind of hold the flames back.
That's right.
Where exactly is that?
Sure, I shall try it. So right about here, this is where approximately where the ice wall is, and you've got one individual like sitting over here in. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That's why I can't ping. So you've got two individuals, right about here and right about here as well.
Okay, so we can get up to them without fire being in our way.
Yeah, no problem. That's totally fine.
Try and look at the group. Any other suggestions, or do we want to go see if we can help these guys any?
Sure. Doing the wrong stuff. Oh no, that is a solid. I filled my circle properly, but it's all smoky, so I thought I was messing with my transparency.
The game paused on my end. I don't know if that's wrong.
Oh, yep, my bad.
Okay.
Yep.
As you guys are standing... I'm so sorry. Wow, I'm dying over here. As you guys are standing there, you see running from the southeast a slender figure with long white hair in leather fightings, just looking around desperately, and she latches her eyes onto you guys and starts yelling for help, motioning for you to come in the southeastern direction.
This does not look like an individual in the robes that you've been seeing. It doesn't look like a librarian's garb either. It doesn't look like civilian. This doesn't look native to the mountain based on anything that you guys have seen thus far. And you just see some person screaming, waving their arms, like trying to get your attention, like a little bit difficult to see as like she's running through the smoke as well. She gets up to you, and as she arrives, panting heavily, whatnot. What do they visually see from this new person?
They're gonna see long white hair. Right now, it's covered in soot, but you can tell that it's probably white hair, kind of braided up a bit. She has a mask pulled over her face to protect from the smoke. She has these deep lavender eyes, leather fighting outfit, but her shoulders, upper arms are exposed, and on the right arm you see this beautiful jade green scrawl work tattoo. And she has some daggers, a crossbow dropped to her back, backpack. Oh, that one doesn't have the tattoo on it.
It does not. I didn't update it since we did all that. So give me a moment, and I'll get you guys a better visual here.
Is that a green emerald tattoo on her right arm?
Jade green, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what am I doing? There we go. That's the right image. Oh, it's because I updated your character in D&D Beyond, and it pulled in the previous one. Okay, there we go. There's the tattoo. Okay, and you run up and like you just saw like a bunch of people like not actively like fighting the fire and whatnot, but you pull up and you begin to look at them, and this is a weird looking bunch. I haven't rolled any dice lately, so we're gonna let the dice tell me. Okay, so Nora's first. Nope. I'll belay that just in case Downwitch is up here in a minute. Seamus, what does she see as she rolls up on you?
Yeah, standing at the back of the group, you would see a not a tall gentleman, average height gentleman, I guess, with slick black hair. He's got these piercing eyes, really pale skin. He always has like a constant 5 o'clock shadow, it looks like, going on. And he's wearing black head to toe. He's got a sword on his left hip and a black cloak that wraps around him, drapes heavily on him, has kind of a higher collar to it as well. He looks like a scrappy fellow that might be able to handle himself in a fight, but also, maybe dangerous, and something more. Maybe he's a handsome guy.
Nice.
Muted, Morgan.
You're muted.
Muted.
I was doing so well. It was such a good description. By far the largest member of the group that you see is kind of standing next to this person all in black, and as you roll up, like they instinctually like kind of step like in front of and like left shoulder like almost covering this blackened individual. You see a large hippo-style woman being a gift. She is loaded with bags of ammunition and belts, guns, and she looks very strong, and she's like kind of definitely like puffing up and be like, who the hell are you vibe. Got piercings and jewelry and whatnot galore. Like many different scars littering across her body. But she stares you down immediately without like making it without making a sound, because we're only in descriptions so far. Okay. Next up, Dice says Yaslin.
Alrighty. So I don't know how tall I made her. She's like 5'8".
I say she's a couple inches shorter than Dro.
She's a couple inches shorter than Dro. She's a fairly tall, athletic, lean-looking woman. She has vibrant, like fiery red hair, just like the flames that we see. There are red patchy scales that go across her face and over her shoulders. She has 2 spiral horns that come out of her head, and her eyes are very predatory. They've got that reptilian sort of feline slit to them, and they're amber, slightly glow.
Nice.
All right. Next up, Leo.
So Leo is a average size human. You can see he has pretty bright pink eyes with matching pink hair. Wearing pretty much all black, kind of adventure gear. It's kind of lighter armor. And by his side, you can see there's kind of crystals on his hip, and each one has kind of a different colored glow to it. But you can see in the crystals, there's kind of moving waves of light. He stands kind of firmly, good posture, kind of looks a little, I'd say, privileged because he is.
Yep. Each one of those crystals on his side glows with different color combinations of light, by the way. And lastly, Dro.
You would probably see him like catch him mid-sentence because, well, I'll leave it. Let's stop with that. You would see a little bit taller, like Yaslin said. Elven ears, the pointed ears, but the face more human structure, dressed in these purple and bluish kind of just straight up monk robes for the most part. Ironically, white hair, piercing purple eyes that kind of, if you look at him a little bit, kind of look like a starry night if you look at it. And the staff that is currently strapped to his back, very decorative. And inside it looks like there's some sort of liquid-like material similar to what his eyes look like. Strapped to the side is a sword, hilt, pretty standard sword, in a unique sheath. Yeah, it would probably be about what you can get just from view.
Okay.
Pretty laid back.
Do you want to clarify? Oh, sorry. Finish.
I was just gonna say, just pretty laid back. Not like the hippo woman who's giving you the death stare. He's more curious of who are you. Just friendly face. Probably sticks out considering he'd be standing next to Yaslin, who looks like she's going to murder you. Unless I'm incorrect there, Lily.
I mean, it's a very contained tolerant, barely tolerant.
That's fair.
So I
Yeah,
did want to
so-
clarify, she looks very human. She doesn't have elven ears or anything.
She
And she's
does have
not-
the.
No, my
Oh,
character.
yours. Okay.
She's doesn't have the elf side like Drow, and she's not that tall. I put her at 5'4" on a good day.
On a good day.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you roll up, like coming through and like seeing all these people through the smoke, not really getting a good view at them, and you like roll up and like kind of stop and look at them, and they are, first of all, a strange looking bunch, but also they don't necessarily look friendly either.
Are you here to help with the fire?
Just turn around. That one?
Yes.
Just kind of look at the group. I mean, we can't do that, and there's motion towards the water and then the ice wall.
Then let's fight it at the origin.
He speaks my language.
So, that's cool and all, but some of us have literally tried to punch fire. It didn't go well. So if you have a better
What's-
idea on how to...
Dude, I know
Where's
where
the-
it's coming from. I've seen the origin. I need help. Can you help?
Just look at the rest of the group.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, I'm ready to punch some fire.
Don't literally punch the fire. Trust
Then
me.
let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Yaz was like she heard that like maybe she could fight something, and she's like totally down.
Just shaking his head. Follows.
For the two, hair trigger, violent types in the group, totally makes sense. Seamus, Leo, Dro, how do you guys react to this? Because Nora's like, all right, point me in the direction and I'll shoot something.
Dro's just. Go ahead.
Leo's amped up. Like he just got a new creature. He just was fighting the fire. The only thing is he would kind of nudge Seamus and be like, I trust a pretty penny will be the reward for saving the library. And maybe this fulfills another contract as well.
Yeah, I appreciate you looking out there. I'm in it for the library.
Yeah, great. Those,
As
one of those
as
knowledge
you
types.
As you see that, Nora kind of gives you a bit of a look, like, really?
What do you know about the thing? I mean, I like books and such.
Right, I've just never heard you put anything above money before. It's just new.
I haven't said I haven't.
About this guild of knowledge that you supposedly are part of.
Let's work on the fire. We'll circle back to that.
Is this all you do is talk?
That's usually my
She
job.
speaks my language.
Here's a question for the top one.
Yeah, one's got a BFF.
Yeah.
How are we gonna fight this fire? And can we walk and talk? As he starts to walk.
Yes, follow me,
Assume
and
you
you
are-
see my veins glow a light purplish as I cast protection against energy across on myself against fire. I want the fire resistance
All
On yourself,
on myself. Can I do it on
as
myself?
this group of people follows you into the flames.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know you yet.
Yeah. So
Spells.
what's the marching order here? Who is going where?
I'm leading them.
Okay. Also, as you're walking, Nora, and I can do this sort of stuff when she's not here and treat her like a damn NPC. So who are you and what's your name?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out this forge. I was trying to cast it. Is there something I click to cast it in here so it counts the spell slots used?
Yes. So if you're looking at your
Mm-hmm.
I
I have the spell book open.
Yeah, spellbook, and then you click on the if you're hovering over the spell, it turns it into a D20 on the left hand side. You should be able to click it, and it will
Consume spell slot. Okay.
yeah, there you go.
All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm back.
Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, Nora's like, so who are you? And how do you know where they're coming from?
I saw it when I was coming into town. Can we hurry? Who are you? Who are you, group? I'm just trying to help with the fire right now. My name is Margot, and you are?
Nora.
Nora. Nice to meet you, Nora. Shall we continue?
Yes, we shall, but we shall see if it's nice to meet you or if I'm going to shoot you later.
And who do you work for?
She glances over at Seamus.
Is that an offer? Are you looking to hire?
The unincorporated type, I see.
All right. So with the rest of the marching order, Margot is in front. Where's everybody else?
Hot on the heels.
Probably right behind Yazlan, just talking. No one answered the question how we're gonna fight the fire.
We're fighting fire.
So Dro is just I don't know. But yeah,
Shaking his head.
yeah, just
Oh,
and
okay.
Yazlan probably hear him cussing and how the fuck are we gonna deal with fire? But who is this one?
Yazlin
No answer.
does not
No
care.
questions have been answered.
Yeah. Just grumbles. Okay, so marching order, because I'm putting you guys on another map.
Sounds like
I think
Margot,
Nora's
Yaslin.
next to me still,
yeah.
unless she fell back.
She typically does. She typically falls back kind of next to Seamus. Here, I'll go ahead and activate this one.
Yeah, Nora and Seamus would be towards the back, but I think Nora would also be super suspicious of this new person, so she would like be keeping her in like, probably behind her.
To that point, I think if Dro clocks like he's been with Nora long enough, turn around and just kind of don't shoot her yet.
If there's anything suspicious, I'll shoot her immediately.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Why are we even talking about it?
Turn around and glance one more time at her. If you're at least going to shoot her, make sure you hit her, unlike you did when you tried to shoot me. And he turns back around and follows.
It's not my fault you grabbed my damn bullet. So as you guys are walking down this way, Margot, you're in the lead. Please give me a survival check.
Attributes.
Just want to say this is a really cool map, Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, when we loaded, I thought this was fire, but it's leaves.
17.
17. All right. So easy enough to do. You know the direction of the fire. You're able to kind of direct the team. As I mentioned, like the top of that. So there's the peak, and then there's that kind of southeastern ridge that dips down at some point, and does a secondary peak that's just not as tall. Most of that upper ridge is aflame, and you bring the team down a little ways to kind of like get out from under the smoke. Also, I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw, as you have been in smog, flame, ash for, at this point, for better part of an hour.
Does the fact that Dro has, like you said, has cloth covering his mouth help at all?
Your DC will be a little bit lower for that.
Okay. This was con save.
I mentioned this last week. I don't need to breathe.
Yeah, and I said I had a mask on when I ran up, but
Okay.
Gaslin lives for that burn.
She's not gonna literally live.
Okay, here is that everybody. Doing Nora's.
I didn't roll. I'm not sure if I need to.
No, you're good, Seamus. Okay, Nora is fine. Dro, you are fine because of the mask. Margot's fine. Yaslin is. Yeah, there is. Ooh. Yaslin, roll me a charisma save real quick.
No.
I'm gonna have to sidestep. Oh, Jesus.
That's a 4.
A 4. You do literally feel something like starting to stir inside of you. Like
Jealousy.
you are getting very excited about this situation. Okay, and then besides that, Leo. Okay, Leo, you have been most directly in the fire and like in the smoke and the ash and all of that. So you take 3 points of poison damage just from breathing in all this shitty air for so long, for a while. So especially Leo, like when you get down and under, it is a little bit of a refresher, and like you've got like a little bit of a tickle, like that cough, that tickle in the back of your throat that you can't like shake, and it's like making you cough, and you have to kind of like focus a little bit to keep it in place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leo's not doing too good. He's having a hard time keeping up with the group.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say anything though. He puts up with it.
Say, can any of us clock that on him?
I mean, yeah, if you hover over me, you can clock that.
Well, I mean, well, fair. But I guess it'd probably be more just Nora or Seamus since they're behind you.
You hover over me badly.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear Leo like wheezing just a little bit and like just a cough every once in a while. Okay, so you guys are able to get up here, and I'm giving you the little. Oh no, there we go. We've got a flame shield icon. We'll do that for protection from energy.
Resistance. Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, and so you guys get down, and she kind of takes you under, and you travel for about 30 minutes or so. What's the duration on protection from energy?
1 hour.
1 hour.
I think. Yeah. Let me look at it.
Okay.
1 hour.
Yep. 1 hour. Perfect. So, you go down, and you eventually you kind of reconnect with this path and move up, and there is a portion of your attention that is further up the mountain where you have just escaped from. And you hear sounds of battle, you hear explosions, you hear the crackle of fire, and you see that orange and red-tailed smoke that turns inky black in the evening sky. And as it reaches up and goes across the night sky, you start to lose stars, and you see kind of a more smoky gray against a black backdrop with white dips in it for the stars. There is a sense of urgency and time pressure here, for sure. But eventually Margot redirects you to kind of this long series of steps that begin to climb up. Oh, and as you're transitioning and you get to this point, the kind of green, almost Asian tropical vibe that the entire forest or the entire mountain has had, for whatever reason, this section begins to transition into autumn. Oranges, yellows, reds, almost similar to the fire that's been raging up top that you were seeing before. Nothing's on fire, but the trees are more vibrant. They're very receptive to the refracted light that's coming up from the forest fire, bouncing off the clouds that are being formed from the smoke and coming back down. And gives the entire place kind of a shadowy shiver. And the hues in the trees just flicker and bounce, and sometimes catching your eye, making you wonder if you've seen something out the side.
But nothing's burning?
Not down here. Looks like the you can easily see where the ridge is, and so you kind of stepped down to circumvent and come on up. Oh, by the way, I need a stealth check from everybody, please.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. Forgot
I feel
about
like
that part.
Yaslin's not trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, if you're not trying to stealth, then don't roll.
Well, I tried, then it didn't go well.
Okay.
I feel like if she was told last minute yo, you gotta be quiet, she's doing just this disadvantage.
I think Dro would grab her arm and try to slow her down and just... Side note too, just before, because I know Yaslin, the moment that there's an inch of combat about to happen, Dro's casting a spell on Yaslin before she takes off, because he knows she's going to.
Oh, let's go!
Right. Okay.
Seamus has a passive for stealth of 18, so I'm not stealthing, but I'm stealthy.
Could I roll my stealth at disadvantage? Because
Yeah,
she'll
go ahead and roll at a
try,
disadvantage.
But there's that part of her
Yeah,
that's
about right.
but I...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so overall that's oh, and I didn't roll for Nora. Gotta fix it in my head that we have...
Oh wait, I have advantage on that. Sorry. Let me roll again. I have advantage on stealth.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Doesn't matter much.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Well, an 11 to
Yeah.
15, that's a big difference. Overall, like you guys are able to, you guys do occasionally see more like of those flaming dwarves. You see like slithering fire creatures. You see like these kind of like tall red and orange skinned humanoids that are riding on top of like little some sort of like beaked lizard or something. And it looks like kind of like an invading army. So you see several things. Let's see, can I do this without... Nope, I'm selected on Nora. Okay, I'm just going to drop one on the map just to pull it up. Leo, you've seen one of these. Leo and Seamus, you've seen these before. But just to get the visuals for everybody, including... Oh yeah, so you've got the fiery dwarves, you've got the... You've got the little implicant dudes, and you've got even... even these like little devilly looking things that are like just dripping magma. You see just like lots of fire creatures, and they're all like marching down the fire line towards towards Ripple Top and towards Knowledge Falls. Mostly towards Knowledge Falls. But you are definitely doing the Frodo and Sam like hide next to the black gates while like the armies like go across. You guys are successfully able to like kind of see all this happening, avoid suspicion, and get to the bottom of the stairs of the shrine. But these stairs, like they go up quite a long ways. You guys did like rapidly descend, move over, so you're not getting into the middle of the territory here, and you see many stairs ascending towards probably the brightest portion of where the flame intensity and the smoke is thickest. So to answer your question, Quentin, no, it's not burning right now.
Still gotta fight fire. I don't know how the fuck this is gonna happen. Dro leans forward to the woman that is leading us possibly to our death. So little information on what the hell we're supposed to be fighting, because most common people can't hit fire.
Yes. But what were you doing back there? Nothing. You want to fight the body, or do you want to cut the head off the snake?
I was about to do something, and then you showed up.
To cut the head off the snake.
Look and glance at Yaslin. Well, I mean, you got someone for that.
Let's go.
Are we actually fighting a snake? Or is that a metaphor?
It's a saying from my people.
Look back at Yaslin. What is with everyone? My people this, my people that. Just, again, just
Come on, let's go.
under his breath, just bitching up a storm.
Very classically Dro.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have another. So that previous set of stealth checks were leading up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have another set of stealth checks as you guys are continuing to get yourselves a little bit
Guidance to Yaslin.
to the source here.
No. It's so hard. She doesn't want us to.
Add your D4. I don't think it's gonna help.
I'll add the D4.
Go ahead and roll a disadvantage, though. Ooh.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be quiet.
It was better than last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? Leo.
God, Nora rolled a 7?
But I rolled.
That was
I got a good roll.
sleight of hand from Nora.
I didn't see your new stealth check.
Oh,
what was
second
what was the
stealth
number?
check. Sorry.
Yep, second
I did
one.
one.
Oh yeah, it is sleight of hand, not a stealth check from Nora.
What?
Nice.
What did I do? Sleight of hand? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Would it be the
It would have
same?
been the same, so it's
Okay.
fine. Okay, Leo. All right. Overall, a decent showing. And as you guys go up, you do continue to see. Let me see. You guys do continue to climb up, and you see things like occasionally like filtering in, and you see like one of those like dripping looking kind of like lava imps like run by and like catch like one tree on fire and like run away like and whatnot. But you were able to move across this this map just fine. So go ahead and feel free to move yourselves.
Whoa.
No.
All right.
Where are you going, sir? You're looking like a gazelle.
Okay. As you guys are going, everybody please give me perception checks.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, love that. Do I want to waste it? No. Save it. Oh my god, maybe I should use it.
Okay. Just making sure I've got the right.
Oh, damn it. I was so close to a 17.
Just making sure I'm not missing something on hers. Nope, she does not have advantage on perception. Okay, cool. 15, 11, 14, 4, 10. Dro, you are out of it. Your headspace. You are not in the game. I'm gonna say for that natural one on next initiative, you roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Leo, you're not much better.
Woot.
But Margot, and Yaslin, as you begin to like just ascend these steps, and this is like stepping up to like a massive shrine in Japan or something. There are way too many steps. Who the hell thought this was a good idea to put this many steps in here? And it's like, by this point, you're all breathing like a little bit heavy, just like, what the? Okay, fine. It's taking you several minutes to get up here. You continue to see little bits of like these monsters like flitting in and out and whatnot. Margot first, followed by Yaslin, followed by Seamus. There's something extremely loud in the air that, Margot, your head's on a swivel. You're very attuned to what's going on, and suddenly your attention is snapped upwards into the sky. And you see in this kind of like behind the layer of smoke, up kind of closer to much higher in the air, you see three things like clashing about. It at first you think it's like birds like fighting midair, but then you very quickly realize it's not birds. You can't tell from here, but it's three possibly like humanoid shaped things are clashing in the air, and they are throwing huge attacks at each other, and one of them like slams into another one, and you hear like an echo in the air. Yaslin, Seamus, you both pick up on this as well. But Margot, you see that because your role seems to be a 2 against 1 battle. One of them's kind of red, one of them's kind of like white and yellow, and the other one is kind of like a dusty brown color. And the yellow and the yellowish white one and the brown one are both ganging up on the red. And you catch that as you were like walking up these steps, and then you only see it for a second, and then like a gust of wind blows some smoke and covers it up, and they're not there anymore.
As we move up, I want to cast aid on who I think were the weakest 3 looking people I just met.
I want to hear who you're judging right now.
Yep, I want to hear
I
this.
want to know this judgment call.
Who would you say looks the scrawniest of the... You're all taller than me, but... Let's see. I feel like Leo... Not Leo, who is it? Dro kind of sold himself off as a little scrawnier. Who said they were...
The lean ones would be... They might... I'm not gonna say anything.
No, go for it.
Visibly, and if anyone disagrees...
Visibly.
I would say
here.
Dro, Leo,
The leaner,
and
weaker
Seamus.
ones. Leo, Seamus, and
Dro.
Dro.
Yeah.
Alright,
Leo's
the
looking pretty rough right
the
now.
boys get 5 HP each, 5 temp hit points each.
I'll take it.
Is it it's aid, so I don't think it's temp HP, I think it's max HP increase.
Oh, is it?
Your maximum and current hit points increase by 5, so you can heal up those extra 5 for the next 8 hours.
Yep. Make sure you put
Nice.
the 5 in the max slot, because that will not change what your original health points are. It will add it in total, though.
Okay.
Okay,
when
and
we
I'm
take-
going to assign... I'm going to do HP, this regeneration item for aid on the 3 of you.
Dro's gonna clock that.
You could easily see it. My veins glow that lavender color again.
Look at you. What was that?
I don't need you
Interesting.
dying on me so quickly. Let's go.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
Slim
clock
kind of
that.
snickers.
Look over at you. Didn't I protect you last fight?
Yeah,
Am I gonna do it again?
it's okay. I can protect myself.
I didn't say you could. A little bit of help. Point at, is it Margot?
Mm-hmm.
And just point. Example A.
Alright, and everybody give me one last stealth check as you guys are coming up on this.
Guidance on you again, Yaslin.
Thank God I have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, what was that as bad? You got one more than Droid guidance. God damn it.
Guys, your stealth checks, and Nora gets a natural 20. Holy shit. Okay.
Gazla's like not even trying to be
I'm so
quiet.
glad I gave you guidance.
Stealth mode engaged.
Okay. Yaslin's like, ugh.
Stop. I guess.
All right. So as you guys come up this way, you guys having any conversation? You talking about what's going to happen? Like, this is your time to do whatever it is you want to do before I present whatever is next.
Dro's just gonna keep asking Marco, what are we expecting to fight?
DM, did I actually see anything before I ran and got them?
Oh, you saw the trail of enemies that they all clocked, like heading towards the village, like invasion style. You saw them. You saw them first, and then went to go get help. So you've seen basically what they've seen at this point. And you just know that it leads up to this. You were, give me a perception check, like retroactively before you met the party.
Oh, natural 20.
yes.
Natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
All right. With that, perfect storytelling time. You came like a very similar way here, and you up ahead. You know that there is a fork in the road leading up to here, and for whatever reason, the fire seems to be like up ahead, like on top of this, is some sort of shrine, like a temple, of some sorts. And you were able to like sneak up and see this, and you see these lines of monsters, like leading away from this temple and out, and the fire that they're spreading does not seem to backtrack, really. Doesn't seem to go behind the temple. You notice this, you kind of follow around, you follow the fork, and you know that you have to climb a bit of a cliff, but you came into like a bit of a cemetery. You were able to like come up and witness that there are a few more powerful looking monsters that are like kind of guarding around. But you know, like at the top of this is a shrine, and the entire shrine like continues to burn.
Mhm. So I explain all that, and I let them know. I think that there is a portal or some sort of source in this shrine. I just can't get to it. I need you to cover me. Or go in and with me and help me.
Portal.
Something. They're coming from somewhere within this shrine.
Just random question. Are you from here?
Do I look like I'm from here?
Do any of us look like we're from here?
No.
I'm from here.
One question you have incorrect. So, portals are not uncommon. And just kind of look at the group.
You would know this, Margot.
I would.
You know of a phenomenon called a graft, which is like a crack in reality that lets something come through into Aeon. It's part of the formula that I told you about that the world operates. They can show up just about anywhere, and sometimes it's just new people. Sometimes it's new cultures. Sometimes like a portal opens up and like a weed comes through. For whatever reason, like they vary in severity.
Would I know if there's a magical way to close these kinds of portals?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage because of your background.
She can be the first person to get a good one.
18 plus 22.
Leading up to a 22. Yep. You know, the answer is yes. The details of which I will
Enough
provide
to go
when
off
it's
of.
appropriate. Yeah.
So she let us know, she recognized and told us this was a massive graft.
She didn't see a graft.
Okay.
She's just assuming.
I just saw them coming out of the
those are-
temple.
They're coming
Yeah.
from there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
So we could try and sneak in. Is there a way to sneak into the temple from the back? Did I see that?
Possibility of it. But you're not entirely sure. I mean, it's a lot of it was already on fire, so hard to tell. But you, with your natural 20, you did get quite a bit of information, but leading, details of what it looks like inside the fiery building, not so much.
We can try to sneak in from the side or the back. I don't think we should fight through the army. That won't go well.
No. Not hiding it at all, but he's going to try to act like he knows what he's talking about. If you say they're coming from the temple,
Yes.
and if this is a graft, how do you suppose... I'm so sorry, Morgan. How do you suppose that we're going to be able to close that? Just out of curiosity.
Consider it a calculated risk, okay? I think I can close it, but I have to get to it alive.
Insight check. Really, just on the fact that she says or something about she thinks she can close it. That's where he's like, wait a minute.
And then Margot, still getting used to names. Go ahead and send me a private roll for. So if right above the little chat box, you can click on that drop down. It says public roll, private GM roll, etc. Send me a private roll for deception or persuasion.
So if I click on it through my character, it will still send now that I've selected the. Or just roll a d20 in the private and add stuff.
You should be able to just do it through your
character. Okay, so this is me doing it, not her. Yeah, so if you click on it, the bottom drop down says public roll, private GM roll. You can change it there as well.
And you said, what were persuasion or deception?
Or deception, based on whatever it is that this conversation is coming from. Okay. Dro, you just met this person. You know, you don't have a good read on their tells or whatever. But rarely have you ever heard of anybody that felt confident about a graft.
So she fits that. It's still questionable. So you said calculated risk. Define how much of a risk.
Unfortunately, I don't know your skills.
And I don't know yours. So how can we assure that you say that you can handle this if this even is a graft?
I
Feel free
suppose
to move
you'll...
yourselves up the map as you guys are
Sorry.
kind of passing here.
I suppose you'll just have to trust me. Do you have a better idea?
No. He's gonna kind of glance over at Yaslin, like before he pauses, before he says no.
Seamus is behind the rock. I just like that a lot.
Just from rock to rock.
Absolutely. Seamus, just for some good character moments from nothing today. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration if you don't already have it.
Nice.
So, plan is we sneak into this temple or wherever they're coming from, and that's what you mean by cut the head off the snake?
Stop it at its source. We can't keep fighting if it never stops.
Yeah. He'll glance over at Leo after hearing him coughing and looking at him and looking a little beat up. You good to do this?
He'd just give you a thumbs up.
Okay. So my guess is stealth our way in, you said? That's to Margot.
Did you say delve?
Stealth.
Stealth, sorry. Yes, that's all I know how.
Oh,
He'll pull the quarterstaff off his back, tap the ground, look at Yaslin, kind of grin, and cast Pass Without a Trace.
don't have to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Watch she like nat ones then.
Don't do it.
Stop.
All right.
No.
So last time here, everybody go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Still gonna roll mine at disadvantage because she's like, I don't want
Oh, that's
to.
sleight of hand.
Plus
That's not
10.
what I want. Yeah.
25.
20.
Oh God, someone's dice.
There's my nat one.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. 16 at
You were
least.
asking for it.
I was.
And you guys can do a situational bonus for this stuff to add your 10.
Oh.
Yeah. That's,
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot to add my 10. Sorry.
so 16.
realize that.
Yeah. It's like,
16.
God damn.
Okay,
Somehow.
so 25, 29, natural 1 to a 16, 34 from Seamus.
Damn.
Sweet buckets.
Wait, buckets. Where is he?
28 and 31. Yeah, you guys look around and at some point Seamus is just gone. You've seen this behavior from him before. You kind of just assume he's around.
And I just want to
Bonus action
say,
hide.
before we go into anything, I want to form a link with Dro. I'm not going to do anything with that link yet, but he's the one that's talking a lot, and I need somebody who acts like a leader in this group. He seems to think he's the leader of this group, so I'm just going to form a link.
He seems to think he's the leader.
He just likes to talk, but what?
How does that come across, Margot?
I need to look at this feature real quick.
Oh, feel free to just flavor it, but yeah, go ahead and give details too.
I think because I'm not trying to do anything with the link right now, but I'm just, as Dro's talking, he's going to see my like lavender eyes glow slightly and then just go back to normal.
I have a question for you now. When this
Okay,
happens,
yeah.
I'll if she doesn't trigger anything yet, but that.
Margot, roll. No, Quentin, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Do it.
Oh no.
6.
Wow.
96.
All right, way high. That's essentially a crit. No, she connects with Dro.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So as you guys all have ridiculous stealth numbers due to Pass Without a Trace, you go up the temple stairs as you have like kind of dodged down the mountain a little bit away from the fire that's engulfing the crest of the mountain leading up to the secondary peak. You move up. There's a new person who is kind of asking you to follow her. Nora's had her gun like slightly like trained on her the entire time, totally not trusting her yet. And you guys are deciding to what? You've got Pass Without a Trace. You guys feel like you're being stealthy. And you have free reign of whatever tactics you're going for. So what is the move?
So I have a quick meta thing.
Mhm.
Does anyone happen to have a health potion that they could have handed to me during this walk?
Oh, you
It
can
would help.
You can ask that.
But no, Leo wouldn't. He wouldn't do that.
No,
So
that's
someone
true.
just need to have had offered it during the walk, but I don't have anything that can heal.
Mm-hmm.
How badly are you hurt? Oh no, I don't think I have healing.
All right, it's all good if no one does. I just wanted to double check before we walked into battle that no one was holding 3 health
If Nora
potions.
has one, without being asked, Nora would not have gave you one.
To back.
That's true.
To
That's
backtrack,
fair.
when Dro asked Leo like how you were doing, the thumbs up, Morgan, would Dro get that he was slightly lying on that? Or is that just being Leo trying to be like the tough guy and not?
You didn't ask for a first weight. You didn't ask for an insight check, so
Okay.
it just kind of came across as like Leo's good. He's been in battle for sure.
Visible,
All right, all good.
beaten up.
All right, so what is the tactic here? What are you guys going for?
We walk into the temple.
We charge.
We're sneaking around
Try to
back.
sneak in the temple through
We don't listen to Yaslin.
avoiding the army.
Sounds good. Dallin, you sound like you're in the car. Is that true?
I'm 1,000% driving in my car right now.
Sweet.
Driving home. Sorry, it was soon. Like this whole 40K thing went way deeper than I thought, but I figured I'd dive on Discord to try to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Well, this seems like a good time to take our break, so we'll see everybody in about 20 minutes. Dallin should be home by then.
Perfect.
And then we'll see what happens from here. So, see y'all momentarily. Okay, cool. So starting out this sneaky business. You guys go up and like right above this space, it does like split off into a V. One of them like going up a little bit to the platform, and the other one like kind of goes around the side, and it's a little bit more of like a natural trail than like a solid path. But because of Margot's natural 20 before, she was sleuthing and looking for an alternative route. You go around the back and you do see like the smoke coming up, and like there's less embers and problems kind of on the backside, but you of this hill. It's almost like a naturally like worn animal path in a kind of a steep climb up, and you see more of these like orange trees and whatnot. You see like a red gateway, similar to some of the things that you've seen before, with a large tree kind of growing out the side of it. And you guys can look up, and it does appear to be climbable. It is going to be difficult to climb because there's occasionally roots and stuff, but it is pretty sheer. And just to give you guys kind of an idea of what I'm talking about, I don't have this as like that has like a true like backside to it, so you guys are going to be floating in the air. But this is what you see. You guys are kind of on the ground, kind of on this other side, like staring up like a 20 or no, probably like a 30-foot high cliff.
It's black and white for me at the moment, but I'm also wondering what time of day it is, because the lighting makes a difference for me.
It is. Let's see, when did all this start?
I think it was early morning,
yeah.
Not daybreak yet when we were headed out to fight the fires, but I don't know.
Yeah, so you guys awoke pretty early, or Yaslin awoke, heard the fire. So this would have been around, it is probably around like 4 or maybe like between like 4 or 5 a.m. So it is still pretty dark, with the exception, and this is dim light, because it's dark out, but it's the fire is raging and providing light sourcing.
Dim light are the magical words I was looking for.
How does that
I knew they
affect?
were.
How does that affect Leo?
What?
The dim light, does that affect Leo? Because that will decide something.
If you were to say this in real game, what would you be saying?
Hey Leo, can you see?
There you go.
Roughly, dimly. Your magic would help.
I
Yeah,
can't see very well either.
So he's gonna put a hand on Leo, glance over at Yaslin, because he always does this for Yaslin,
Yeah? What?
and tap Margot on the back of her shoulder and give them the Eyes of Night. So you can now see up to 300 feet.
Shit.
Mm. Okay. All right, and a lot of you were staring up at this cliff or deciding other things. What's the play? Attempt to climb, attempt to do something
I
else.
think we take it nice and slow
Hmm.
and try to climb to the top.
I will see you at the top.
I'm grabbing Yaslin because I know exactly what she's gonna do.
Jasmine, this scaly woman, just starts to fly up slowly and lands.
Can I
on
just
top of
drag
the cliff.
Dro with me?
I'm just
He
grabbing
grabs
on me.
Just drags him up.
Interesting. I'm going to start climbing.
How high is this, Morgan? You said?
About 30 feet, sheer cliff. So it is a
Okay.
rough
That's good.
climb. So anybody who is climbing, go ahead and give me an athletics check. And unless you have something specific that will help you, this will be at disadvantage.
I was trying to see if I had pythons. I don't. Damn it.
Whoa.
Athletics.
Oh, that wanted to be a natural 20, so hard. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go. I have to get used to this too because I'm running Nora right now. Okay. So you get up there. Margot and Nora, you both start to climb, but there's only finger grips that are like an inch and a half across in some places. And you two just like end up sliding back down. Leo, you're feeling pretty confident. And like for the first portion of it, you get up there, you're like 15, 20 feet up, and then as you get up there, the light flickers and you reach for something that you think is solid, but it's just a trick of the light, the shadow, like play it off as something else, and you like go to put your entire weight on it and it's just absent. And you fall, and just kind of adding insults to Leo's injury, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall like straight on your back from 20 feet in the air.
You're gonna hear in your head, Dro. Shit! Drop a rope. We need a rope.
Yas is gonna see.
It's me, deep shit. Drop a rope.
He's gonna look at Yaslin. Did you just call me dipshit?
What? I didn't say anything, and you know I would never call you that. I mean,
You can speak back in your mind. It's Margot.
He's gonna lean over to Yaslin. She's in my head.
I mean, you've had a lot of things in your head
No,
before. This
no,
isn't new.
literally, the random person is in my head. Oh, by the way, and kind of glance over the ledge.
What?
They fell.
Oh,
You wanna?
I'll go help them.
Yeah. And just kind of look up.
Yeah, we'll fly back down.
I'm staring up at the edge.
Just looking
Staring
down
up
at looking down at you. Not speaking at this point. Speaking in the head. She's coming down, and how are you in my head?
It's a thing I do.
There's not enough room for more people. And then he just turns back around.
A rope would be faster.
You see.
Um,
Hey, do I have, hold on.
Pay the tax, everybody. my body.
Ucho.
Yeah. Lazarus.
Yeah, Yaslin just
wants to be on
zooms
camera.
back down, I think.
And then the dog comes in and he saves the day.
He
So
will
she's
destroy
gonna
the
think Drip's
fires.
taking everybody up.
Dro's gonna pull out rope, tie it off somewhere, and throw it down.
Do you think I could, like, with the rope, like, drag them all up?
The rope isn't. Well,
You're gonna try to drag all of them up.
if you're dragging somebody, it's half your movement speed, and your flying speed is only half your movement speed. So you're going at like 10 feet around.
Yeah.
Or 10
Certainly
feet a
not
turn.
dragging Nora. Nora is definitely swimming against this thing.
Yeah, Nora, you're trying to climb a cliff face. You rolled a 9.
Ah, damn it! I'm fucking using my other microphone. Okay.
Yeah. So between, so everybody give me. So Nora is the one that's resisting the help here.
Just 1, 2. Can you hear me? 3,
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yep.
Nice. Let's go.
So Nora, give me an athletics check to climb either the rope or just like try again free climbing this like sheer cliff leading up to this little cemetery spot.
On these unheated dice. All right, here we go. We're gonna choose. Oh shit! All right, this one rolled higher. So I get athletics. I get advantage. Thank God, because that was a 5. Not much better. 77. I think I only have athletics.
Okay, I forgot that you get. No, it's fine. It would have turned out the same way. So would you say 17?
Let me double check. I don't think it was 17. Let me double check. Athletics. I get plus.
Are you using the rope? Are you using the
only
rope?
13.
Are you using the rope that Dro tied off, or are you just climbing the cliff face?
I would assume the easiest way, but I would definitely semi-be competitive. So if like everybody's on the ropes and kind of in my way, I would try to just use the cliffs and go. She has to, like.
If you're doing the cliff, it is disadvantage, which will just turn your roll into a straight roll since you have advantage.
Then that's not great. If it's a disadvantage, I only got a 7. But if I have advantage, I have a 17.
All right. So yep, Nora, you climb up. Takes a few minutes, but the rest of you get up there as well. Dro, how long has Pass Without a Trace last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. At this point,
Oh,
No,
an
that's
hour.
not that chase is an hour.
Yeah.
oh, it's an
Oh,
hour.
nice.
Okay. It's about 10 minutes in to Pass Without a Trace, or your Pass Without a Trace. Margot, it's about 40 minutes into your protection from energy. And one moment while I let my dog out of the bathroom.
Potty dog.
I will.
Alright, while he does that, you catch me up. What did I miss? Did we come out of the tunnel? What's going on?
Yeah. You guys came out of the tunnel and met up.
Yeah. And then this mysterious woman came up, helped me fight this fire, never answered any Dro's questions on how we were going to fight the fire, and led
He
us
looks
here.
weirdly a lot like Dro, too.
Fantastic.
White hair and purple eyes.
Yeah. He's clocked all of that.
We're gonna have a talk. She's clocked all of that too. She's weirded out.
I will say the moment Margot comes up, like Dro can see her, he's staring her down now, considering she just spoke in his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys do
Seamus,
all get yourselves up on the ledge here. Seamus, do you do anything? Do you let Yaslin yank you up?
No, I would just grab my cloak and fly up also.
Oh, look at that! You can fly too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys come up and you can see maybe 50 yards away or so, there is like that burning temple. Oh, also, Dallin, those water mages you guys were looking for, they were not in your cave. But they did start like running invisibly, like running across the lake and like reappearing once they hit the shoreline. And they've been like fighting off the fire, like all the fire creatures. Like a slew of like water mages are now in battle with fire creatures. trying to contain the fire, and it's mostly become a standstill at the moment. And Dro rolled a 28 on perception as you guys were like looking out, and he noticed that one of the invisible people came down the waterfall, hit the surface, and ran out to the shoreline. So you guys all get up into the cemetery, and you can see like a little ways off, there is like a very, very thick column and plume of smoke rising into the air with ash and soot and leaves just like flying all over the place. And you can see the top of a pagoda, like a multi-tiered tower, and it seems to be burning perpetually. It doesn't, if this is the source, that thing's been burning for a while.
I'm gonna start sneaking my way towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Following behind.
Everybody give me a stealth check at normal plus 10. So not advantage or disadvantage.
Plus 10.
So
it'd be 33.
All right. Okay.
35.
35, 25.
Is this? Oh, right. Okay, never mind. 23.
Okay, 23. Who are we missing?
Lily.
Yaslin.
Yes.
Yes. I
You're,
guess I'm going to try.
you're the reason we have passed without a trace right now.
I will she'll actually put a little more effort into it now that they're on top of this cliff. She'll be like, fine.
Oh, yeah, she will.
Yeah.
It's down like almost like stealthy cat style.
Just to prove that she knows how, she just doesn't want to.
Yeah. All right, and then I asked you guys to, for those of you that were like eyes on a swivel, leading up to like the base of this like series of stairs. Dro, you got a natural 20. Everybody else kind of rolled a little bit low there. As you're looking around, you look down and kind of following the contours of the mountain. There's a river that like roars that flows past you and down into like a little lake that you see, and you see like it catches your eye because like everything is gray and red and black and yellow and on fire and stuff right now. You catch a glint of bright lit green out of your eye, like down the ways, and you look down, you see like a tent and like almost like a broken down like building with this in the middle of like kind of the lake, like, or the river kind of runs down and like diverts on either side, and there's like a broken down building in the middle of it, and you see 4 people standing around kind of this brazier that is, it's not like a green fire, but there is a lit up green almost like dome around it, and that part of the land does not look healthy. It looks sickly. And that they're all standing around a device that looks similar to something you have in your possession. Yep.
In my possession or mine and someone else?
Yours and someone else's.
God damn it.
So anyways, you see that as you're moving along.
You said there's individuals?
Yeah, there's 4. I mean, it's not the time to like stop and look.
I can just see
like,
figures over there.
Yeah, you see 4-ish or something.
4
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Okay.
So, and then fast forward, you guys are in a graveyard, looking at a burning tower that doesn't seem to be burning towards you, even though it's burning forward in a very aggressive manner. You guys roll a bunch of stealth checks. What do you do?
Sneak our way towards the tower. That's what Margot's gonna do.
Okay.
I'll follow her.
Yeah,
Margot,
follow her.
roll me a religion check real quick. And Yaslin, roll me a charisma save.
20.
20. Okay.
Oh, nailed it.
That's a nat one.
I wasn't even looking at the screen, and I just heard everyone's reaction.
Sorry, when we met Margot. Margot came up with 2 where when?
When we all met back up to go try to deal with the fire.
She saw a
Said she
group that was
needed our
not-
help.
Yep, she saw a group that was not actively fighting the fire and decided to grab their attention. So Yaslin with the dirty nat 1. We'll get to you in a second. But Margot, as you're like running through here, there's something that like catches your attention, and you turn around and you swear you see like a face, like kind of like ethereal, just kind of like fade out, but it's for such a brief moment you're not even sure if you saw it properly. But something grabs your attention and you're whatever, it's not the time, not the priority.
Okay.
All right, so as you all go, let me put you guys in approximately the place where I think you're going now. And so you have to kind of like swoop around, and there's a very high wall that is potentially climbable, but not really on the map, so I'm going to skip that part. All right, and what's the marching order at this point?
I think
you
I would
guys can
still
go
lead the
ahead
way.
You guys can go ahead and position yourselves where you want.
I don't know where I am on this map. Oh, I found
Top
myself.
right corner.
Yep, top right corner.
Oh,
also,
God, so much
I'll take
smoke.
Making our way up these stairs.
take the lighting off. Nope, no movements yet. Just positioning.
Okay. Up this stairway, right? This little.
Yeah, that's the idea of like how you guys
Okay.
are approaching this. No. Position yourselves like
Oh, back there.
back there, to like marching orders for like how you guys are going up the stairs, or like, and there is like a platform that raises this maybe like 15-20 feet in the air, but like most of the pillars and poles are on fire. But you, with your stealth checks and generalized perceptions here, in your passive perceptions, you guys are able to notice that there is a ramp, a kind of back and forth walkway that does present itself. And as you guys are coming up, give me perception checks for anybody that's on the lookout, to try to get your new space in mind.
Rolling too good for us not being in combat right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been.
I just rolled on that one.
I just rolled a nat one too.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna combine those two.
What the?
Dro, you've been traveling with her for a while. You know Yaslin's body language.
Oh fuck.
There's something that changes in her. Like, you see that, like, that kind of, like, what starts out as jokingly feline stealth movement. Like, see something like, kind of like her kind of shake, and like it becomes purposeful, serious. And of all things, like Yaslin is a lot of things, but like fully serious isn't really one of them. And so like all you're doing is tracking Yaslin, and so you don't notice anything else around you.
Can I do something if I clock that?
Yeah, sure. If you want to react or talk about it or whatever.
So while we're walking up, I clock that. Dro's gonna grab her arm to get her attention. You good?
Kind of almost like snaps at you before she kind of like pulls back a little bit, realizing who it is, and kind of shakes her head and she's like, yeah.
Insight.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
I can't use guidance. Damn it.
Should I roll my...
No, you're good, Dro. You're not sure if she's just being intense because of the situation or whatever, but it's like, oh, she's kind of on edge. Okay. All right. So you see this burning temple and whatnot. Let's see. Seamus, Nora, Yaslin, Margot, you all rolled, pretty damn well. As you guys start to climb up the stairs, you do notice a few creatures like standing guard. Kind of here in the center, like blocking the way, you see like a large, kind of sneaky fellow with some sort of spear or harpoon, just like looking around on guard duty. There's also a couple of like fiery looking hounds that are like literally standing in the middle of the flames, not seeming to care. And as you look over here, the shrine has a massive hole dug straight down into the ground. You can start to see like the broken bits and whatnot. You can't see, I mean, you can see like 3 or 4 feet like past the lip just because it's so large, but you're not but you don't see anything inside of it. And everybody roll a Constitution saving throw for me. As you get up here, it's hot. It is really, really hot.
Saving throw, you said, right?
Saving throw. Con saving throw.
Oh boy, here we go.
Does
13.
Margot feel the heat?
Margot does feel the heat, but it's if she's burned, she takes half damage because of her protection from energy.
I'm also going to unsheathe my daggers just so I have them ready. So I have 2 daggers in my hands.
Okay, actually, and I'm going to let me see protection from energy.
This is
Okay, yeah.
This is for the heat itself, right, Morgan?
Yeah, this is the heat itself. So Margot, you do start to feel it. And so does Seamus. Everybody else got it. So, oh boy, we're gonna start off strong with Margot, Seamus. You both take 1 point of fire damage.
Gee!
Mm-hmm.
Yaslin's just like this.
How do I
Yaslin,
damage?
you can right-click on your character and then click in the little box that has your number in it. You can do -1 and it'll auto-calculate for you, or you can like overwrite it in your character sheet where your health is. Yaslin, you gain 1 temporary HP.
Okay.
As something feels good about being in this much heat.
Oh.
You start to hear like a little bit of giggling, a little bit of cackling from Yaslin. Okay, so everybody go ahead and move yourselves up. And you guys rolled extremely well, but just in case I get a chance to do something, I'm rolling perception checks for my folks.
I say, Morgan, those are visible to us, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Unsurprisingly, you guys have passed without a trace on. They don't notice you right now.
What am I doing? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're stuck in the.
I clicked something wrong.
Yep. So go back into the very top left and click on the person icon.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, at this point, I'm going to put everybody in combat. And then we will progress this stealth stuff in turn order. So go ahead and position yourselves like you guys got back to the top of the stairs in battle order. Otherwise, I'm going to treat this like battle order with your gunner out in front.
So, Morgan, question. So when we were coming up here, originally said the moment like things kicked off and Dro was going to cast a spell on Yaslin, that was like the trigger.
Yeah, you did say that you were doing that a while ago, so that's totally fine.
But the issue is it's a constant. Sorry, my lights just turned off and it caught my attention.
You're good.
It's a concentration, so it'll drop. So I guess just out of game.
It'll drop what?
Pass without a trace.
Okay, so yeah, that's so if you changed your mind, you didn't have that spell ready, but you did tell me that you were preparing for it, so it's your choice.
Well, I would say he would immediately cast the spell on Yaslin if he knows, like, oh shit, we're about to fight. Like they looked at us.
Sounds good. I'm going to give her the wind speed and pass without a trace.
Will drop immediately.
Drops. And so for this round, your pass without a trace numbers that you just did, which were all pretty high, is fine. You guys are good to go. But beginning of next round, you will have to do new stealth checks with no pass. Okay, so initiative, Leo, Yaslin, Dro, Nora.
Oh, sorry, did I roll? Yep, initiative, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, big numbers, come on, dice, come on, dice.
Nope.
Oh, Dro.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It'd be
Hell yeah,
disadvantage anyways, because I had it before. Because I rolled that one on the way up. Or it doesn't matter.
Not great. I got excited, then I realized I have 18, so.
Okay. All right, so Nora is up first.
Oh, nice.
Leading the group. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, geez, we have a bunch of ties. Nora, what's your dexterity?
20.
Yaslin, what's your dexterity?
16.
16. Okay, the two of you can choose who goes first.
Nora's going
and then
first.
Seamus,
Yeah,
what's your dex?
She's
Seamus
gonna go
dex?
first.
14.
Okay, and Margot dex.
17.
Okay, just in literal order. Okay. So who's going first? Nora or Yaslin?
Yeah, Nora.
Nora's.
Only because she's competitive, so it has nothing to do with the fact that she has preservation of life and knows that Yaslin soaks more damage. She's just competitive in life.
Oh,
It's like, ooh, dibs.
By the way, Nora, you have my wave launcher gun.
The dream.
Yes, you do. It's got 2 bolts left that still have magical energy, and it can launch its other 7 bolts with no magical energy to them.
Okay, and what's the range on it? Sorry, I don't have it, obviously, put down here.
What did I say? I think it's 30-60.
I was gonna say 30-60 sounds pretty reasonable. Wow, we're 60 away.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. She'll kind of half talk to Seamus and say, Are we trying to extinguish them, Seamus?
Oh yeah, put out the fire. We're fighting the fire today.
That's what I like to love in here. And then she won't even pull out of her fucking fancy cannon thing. She'll just shoot because she's excited about it.
Sorry, you're looking around, just the thing on your back.
It's just back there.
Unlike Leo, you have proficiency with firearms, so you can add your proficiency modifier to using the wave launcher.
Yeah, that was my hope, giving it to you.
Yep, absolutely. It's an awkward thing, but you've dealt
and
with...
I have not moved yet, correct? So this counts.
That is
as me.
correct.
Oh,
Yep, so,
yeah.
Nora, you know, in your line of work, very frequently you have to adapt to, like, specialized weapons for, like, on-the-job, like, weaknesses or situational reasons. Yeah, you can absolutely use this to full potential.
Okay, yeah, then she will definitely move 30 here because I think that leaves her 30 from here. Yep. So she'll go 30 here, and yeah, we're gonna give it a go then, and we'll shoot this fancy rocket thing at, because this guy definitely looks like he's made of fire, right? Like he's not like glowing red. He's like for sure fiery looking.
Yeah, he's absolutely fiery looking. This this sneaky looking dude. So what weapon are you using?
We'll use that fancy. I'll load it up on the shoulder and be like, "Here you go, love. This is how you do it." And she'll just pow. However many shots she gets with it, she will take all of them.
It's got 9 shots. Each one is its own thing. Are you using one of the ones that still has water magic to it?
Yep, all the water magic out very first for whoever it is, because she doesn't care about what's coming later. She knows what's in front of her now.
So that's all good. All the shots are connected via a net. So if you fire it correctly, you can trap this monster under the net, and the water magic would deploy.
Yep.
Magical, like all of that, just like when you were fighting the bees. Okay, so go ahead and launch the attack. This is a strength check rather than a dex check, because
she
this
gets
is
an advantage on strength.
No, this is a strength-based attack, not a dex-based attack, because this is a heavy weapon.
Yeah. So my shot against her, I just dropped my dice.
Yep. So basically, this is a basically make a strength saving throw, which should be the same as you launching this weapon.
I get advantage on saving throws and
No. It's not a strength saving throw, but it'll be the same numbers as a strength saving throw.
That's what I'm saying, though. On saving throws, I get advantage for it. So do I just not,
Yes,
or just give me the +5 in general? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying click the number for that, because it'll give you the +5, which is
plus the 5. I get 15 on my first roll because it was all right, but it wasn't great.
Hey, 15 is the armor class of this thing.
The dream.
Also, your stealth, this is a sneak attack, so go ahead and roll once more, because you are surprised. This is a surprise round.
That one's a 6 plus 5, so it's 11, so not great.
Not great. Okay.
So 15 on the first one, 11 on the second one, if it counts as an advantage roll. If not, then 15 to hit on the first one, and then 11 on the second.
15 hits, so go ahead, roll 2d8 piercing damage plus, I think I said 3d4 cold damage.
Alright, the 2d8 are 10, and then you said plus 2d4. Oh, what the nuts? No, 2d8 plus 3d4. Okay, 2d8. So the 2d8 are 10, and then 3d4. Here's 2 of them. Which is, oh, nice, good rolls. 7, and then one more. 1, so 8. So 8 on the d4s and 10 on the d8s.
Okay.
So 18 total.
It has a weakness to water.
Yeah, if it has a weakness to water, I don't know which one's water, but if it's either 8...
The second one was, so the 8 was the water.
Yeah, the 8 was the water.
It's the cold damage. Okay, so what was the total? Or what was the piercing?
10 was piercing, and then 8 was cold.
Okay, so yep, it absolutely takes additional damage there. So 16 on the cold. and there is a tethered line between Nora and this harpoon just kind of like pierces into its side, and there's a whole portion of it that just like cracks and freezes and like falls away, and it's like it immediately turns around and in language that language that you guys don't understand, unless anybody speaks Primordial
Loxodon?
or Ignan, turns around. Yaslin, you don't speak Ignan, but you understand it anyways.
Huh?
Says, oh shoot, I should have spotted this more.
Text it to her.
Yep, I'm just gonna send it over to her. Okay, so that's Nora's first shot.
So her first attack does that. So I am curious. It does. So I'm assuming it shoots all of that stuff at once.
No, it shoots a harpoon, which is the piercing damage, and then the harpoon is magically ruined to have cold water dripping off of it. And so, like, it does damage there, and it strings a line of water that reaches all the way back to the wave launcher, which is still in your hands. So you're only shooting like one harpoon at a time.
Okay, so I have another magical harpoon to do it again.
Yes, you do.
Fucking send it, brother. Let's go. This time we're ready. Now we know what the kick looks like. We're ready.
Okay. Also, I am going to make a strength saving throw here as it gets pierced. I should have been doing this last time. It's a 22. It's fine. It does not get grappled and like pinned to the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So go ahead again. Yeah.
Don't worry, love. Here we go. This one will stick for sure. And I'll shoot another one out. Oh yeah, fucking right, doggy. It's like does it go off of my attack? I can't remember what we just did off of that. Off of strength?
Yep. Roll a strength saving throw, and that has the same numbers for you.
And do I get to use the advantage? I can't remember. So
that's why.
That's where I got confused.
So no advantage. It's just the right numbers because it's not actually a strength save.
Yeah, still pretty freaking good. It was the 15 again. I think that's what his armor class was. Unless it was 16, then I would be really sad. I rolled 15 though.
15 again?
Yeah, 15 again.
15 is its armor class. Are you shooting the same target?
Same thing, yeah, same guy, same big old dude.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll the damage, same as last time.
2d8s and 3d4s, if I remember correctly. Why can't I find my d8s? There, the d8s. Oh, shit. Alright, just one. 3 plus 1, 4. 4, not great. And then that's the piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cold is, ooh, that was really good. 4 plus 2, so 6 plus 3. 6 plus, so 9 cold damage.
Okay, one more time on the piercing.
Piercing was 4 damage, and then 9 cold damage, or water.
Okay, for a total of 18. Whoa, nope. I just did that wrong.
48.
Minus 18. That's what I was going for. Not 18 health left. Okay, and it needs to make another strength saving throw.
Not today, love.
Or a 9. Nope, this time it does not land. The second harpoon goes and launches right into its tail and like just slams it, pierces it into the bridge that it's standing on. And you hear it scream in agony, and it is stuck. Also, there is a second tether here, which so at this point there is a triangulated line of water between these two harpoons, which are basically right next to each other. Not a lot of breadth in where that can affect things, but they all point to Nora. So Nora, that was your attack. That was your blah blah. That was your
attack, right? Yeah.
Your attack action, which means you're both of yours. Yes, that was your action. You've got the rest of your turn.
Bonus action. All right, love. Are you trying to catch this? I'll just kind of look over at Dro. Like, is this something you want to keep?
No, we want to close the portal.
All right, and then you're saying kill this thing.
Look over at Margot. Yes?
Yes. Yes. Kill it. Kill it.
Shro just turns around.
What is
Shoot.
my action surge counts as? What? Can I action surge this and then?
You can. Action surge is a free action.
Right.
It's
question.
it's second wind, which is a bonus action.
Yep, she's gonna pepper box it, and she's gonna throw it. Ooh, she's gonna throw one dazing shot in because she doesn't know what the fuck this dude's doing. So she's gonna throw a dazing shot, which will burn one of her grip points. And if it hits, hopefully 17 plus 10, so 27. I'm sure that hits.
Yes, it does.
Okay, you need to make a 16 con save.
All right, rolling here. That is 15. No dice. So that means I am at disadvantage for my turn, or what is
Yeah,
it?
for anything that's attacking besides myself. If you attack somebody else besides me, then it's a disadvantage. And then
Sounds
I
good.
do 7 plus 5 damage, which should be, 12 damage piercing.
Okay, are your guns considered magical damage?
No, they are not.
Okay. You see the bullet go and like fracture off of the scales. It is resistant to non-magical piercing, so it will only take 6 points of damage there.
For her second shot, then she will shout out, "Oh, that's fucking cute. They don't like non-magical shots." And then she will shoot her second shot for her action surge, which is 20.
Dirty?
Dirty 20, yep, to hit.
Yep, cool. Totally hits.
Excellent. And then she will do the D10. And she'll throw an astral spark into it because it does hit.
Yeah.
Which she'll
Okay.
do 11 piercing and then 3 extra damage from her. What is it called? Astral spark. So she does 3
Okay, yeah.
damage, which is definitely magical because it's force damage.
Yep, full damage on the force, half damage on the piercing. You know, rain projectiles down on this thing, and you already make it look pretty damn hurt. It is not looking good. Doesn't seem like it has I mean, it's still up and it's like turns around and is glaring at you, like trying to yank its tail out. But that's about it.
That's all she's got. She's used all her abilities.
Hey, Yaslin, your armor class right now is
19?
19, I believe.
Okay.
Because you are Shield of Faith. So Yaslin, you are up next.
Nice. So she very eagerly, but also like, I guess we're throwing things right now kind of moment for her. Like runs up, rages.
Alright, flames.
The flames feed the fire.
And what are you doing for your rage this time?
I think, given the circumstances, she will use her tail. So the scales, start receding down her spine and forming into the long, scaly tail.
Mm-hmm. All right, and Margot, as she's running up, you see like these kind of scales that are like on her cheeks and on her shoulders and whatnot. As you see her rage and she grabs her axe, the scales spike up like porcupine quills, like long and red, and also like coming off of her face like violent whiskers. And she grows a long, red-scaled tail that looks very muscular.
And she's actually pulling out a javelin.
Oh, okay, javelin, yeah.
She's just, I think this is close. barely out of range, so it'll be a disadvantage. She...
Okay.
Actually, words of encouragement from Nora. You got this, love.
Oh, thanks.
Yaslin, you say, "Oh, thanks," and Nora, you just hear.
Excuse me?
Uh-huh.
Nora will definitely look at her tummy and think that it happened to her. She's like, "What did I just say?" Super confused. Like, "Oh God, I was so hungry."
Mm-hmm. Okay, 18. That will hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
I don't know if it'll add my rage damage to that. It did.
1d6 piercing plus. Okay, yep, nope, that's accurate. So,
It'll be +2 for rage.
let's see here. Okay, it is going to get. So, what's your rage damage at?
Just a +2.
Okay, so 7 total. That brings it down to. You do 3 points of damage with your javelin, and just another projectile like launched at this thing. You guys going ham against this dude who is pierced to the ground.
She have like 3 more javelins.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, you got your second attack action.
So, second javelin. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Nice.
It's a disadvantage, unfortunately.
Oh
Misses.
my God.
This time it's like
Wait,
it's
why was it
starting to recover
disadvantage?
because she's
it's
out of range.
yeah.
So the
It's
second
not
javelin.
disadvantage anymore.
She's
not?
Cool.
No.
Oh,
Please tell me it's what I think it is.
it is. What's the range on that spell?
Oh, it's 30 feet from me.
You are 40 feet
I'm
away
not within
from
30
Yaslin.
feet of her?
No, you're
Where
40
is she
feet
on
away.
this map? Oh shit,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, she has high movement speed.
I didn't
so
realize she
a lot.
moved.
Yep.
I'm fast.
Never mind, sorry.
My heart.
It's okay.
Oh, so exciting.
Gets
I
it.
didn't realize she moved.
Nora's
Gets
gonna
is starting to become aware of like the threat and stuff, and like brings its own spear up and just smacks it straight out of your. And again says, and Yaslin, you know what that means.
How do I know what it means? I don't know. But Yaslin's like pretty like hyped for a fight.
Yeah, Aslan starts the session. Dro, we need to talk. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, that's Yaslin's go. So Margot, you are up.
Alright. How do I target the creature again?
Double
right
right
click. Is that how players do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess I gotta move up closer to... Oh, no, this is 120 feet. Okay. You're gonna see her veins pulse that lavender glow again, focusing really around her, like, neck and face. I don't know if this worked. Oh, there it is. Attack. Oh my fucking god, of course! I rolled too well earlier!
Oh
God damn it.
Spell.
I was like, can you use your reaction? If it's what
On
I
my
think
own
it is?
spell? No.
Is it what I think it is?
I could use a sorcery point to fix that.
Oh.
No, that's
yeah.
ability check. No, that's it's ability check that fails.
Not great.
I don't think it's a
No,
spell
I
I'm
can't do
thinking
anything
of.
about that.
As somebody who's
Okay,
in that
yeah.
line of sight, I'm not gonna love this. I feel like.
Yep. Okay. So what? Okay. So natural one. Yeah, you can't do anything about that. It's your first combat though, and you did fantastically call Dro a dipshit. So I'll give you inspiration.
Yeah.
That's just a reroll on the attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just don't roll another one because I think he's
So,
like
yeah.
double fuck you there.
All right, that's much better.
There you
Okay,
All
yeah.
right, let's see the damage. Please, God, let me get 2 of the same. Nope, it's fine.
Nope, okay,
So it's gonna be
what type?
I had a 4 and a 1. Let's do force damage.
Can you choose what damage
I
it
think
is?
it says that you pick the dice, right? It's one of the dice, and you choose one of the d8s, and that will be based off the d8 roll. Choose one of the d8s. The number died on it determines the attack damage type. It's shown below. So I picked the 4 for force damage because I think they might have acid and fire covered.
Okay, gotcha. Nora, what's happening with you? Why are you taking damage?
I don't know. Somebody right-clicked me. I don't know what's happening here.
I see her unharmed.
Ah!
Okay.
Nora's just out there.
Force damage. Okay. Yep. So Marco, what does it look like? Describe your spell.
So you see her veins flare up this like lavender, and she puts her hands out, and it just shoots out this like lavender whip-looking bolt that shoots well over, I don't know, 65 feet, and kind of wraps around this creature as it pulses, and it seems to like give these percussive bolts into this creature, causing that force damage.
Yeah, you're just kind of racking its body, and it kind of breaks off, like ending the spell. Anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna. We said over here. Where again did we say that cavity was? Where it looks like the graft might be. Oh, it was right over here.
So it's like it's a giant ass hole over here. That looks like something burrowed through the wood where like the temple stands. Or it's a hole where but it looks like the wood and stuff is like torn up, and you can see dirt and all sorts of like grime, stuff like that. It looks like a dug hole down.
Okay, can I move up to it and use like bonus action or whatever to do a perception check in to see if I can see something like the source of this?
It's you can to do it quickly for your bonus action. Like I'll let you do it at disadvantage.
Okay.
It takes like a full turn to see something during combat so it's usually a full action.
That's fine. I'll do it at disadvantage. It's still not too bad.
12. Immediately you are like running around trying to dodge smoke, embers. Like there are portions of trees or like this tower that like occasionally fall down. You see that it is quite deep, and it is pretty wide, about 15 or about 10 feet diameter. But that's about it with a quick glance. Okay. Seamus, you're up.
Yeah, Seamus would stealthily move up behind the group.
Okay, and your passive data trace moves are still, or your rolls are still active. And I assume you're using your flying speed?
No, I'm just like, I think I was like 5 feet down, but like walking up the side of the structure here.
That's approximately, so where you are, that's approximately like 15, 20 feet down. And then like the zigzaggy stairs like take you up to the level surface.
Right, but I don't need to take the stairs. I could just walk up a wall, so I would have been like 5 feet just down from the edge of coming up over the top.
I would have said that you could have placed yourself right here then and just like climbed over. So like, cool, that checks out for where you're at.
And then, yeah, I'm seeing what's going on over there. I will cast a shadowy touch. And you'll see, like, dark, shadowy hands, like, twist up around the creature and grab around its neck.
Nice. Why the disadvantage roll?
Because I have to hold down the control key to talk.
Sounds good. So that's a miss, but go ahead and treat it like a hit, anyways, because that 18 plus whatever would have definitely hit this guy.
Okay, sorry about that. I'll maybe
Okay.
think about changing my key there again.
Cool.
I had it on shift, but when I take notes and I type like a capital word, it like is always like recognizing my keystroke. I don't know. Anyhow.
Didn't we
I
talk
like.
about getting you a foot
I
pedal?
was gonna say pedal.
Yeah, foot pedal's
Yeah,
so
we did.
important.
Woo! Yeah,
Oh,
nice
no.
damage. 15 almost max damage on that. Like, yeah, these shadowy hands just kind of come out from like every crevice and nook and cranny, just wrap around this thing's throat, just crushing it in. And it uses its spear and like kind of like rips the hands off, but you can see like there's indentations and claw marks like inside of its space, and like it's kind of blackened around its throat. It is not looking good at all.
I will, as a bonus action, hide up against this wall in the shadows and smoke.
Hey, sure, I'll allow it because Pass Without a Trace is still active and doing things.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I know, but just for this round.
Oh, okay.
The lingering magic is I'm letting it go. And
Would I need to like be having more cover to hide? Is that what you're saying here?
basically from that, yes, because but you are underneath like a little awning, and like it is very clouded and stuff. You can like hide behind a pillar. So this time around, yeah, totally fine. Well, actually, bonus action. No, I'll just leave it. So next up is Leo.
So Leo's pretty injured. I think he is going to call out one of his summons.
I think you do hear Nora say, because she is completely oblivious to how much you can and cannot capture. She says, "You might want to catch this." I think that's what I told you earlier. on her own attacks. Just telling you, you should catch this one. Like, she just will say it probably every time, anytime something gets murdered at all. She doesn't understand what levels and size you can and can't capture, so she'll just always say it.
Okay. He will probably pull out Marcus.
Okay. Using your action, you summon Marcus. Within 15 feet of you, and he's on the board, so you can put him wherever you want.
Alright, cool. I'll put him just like 15 this way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Marcus will move his 30 feet. Actually, he can fly 40, so let's move him a little bit further. And can we just say that I spawned him 10 feet up?
Yeah, because that's still within,
Within my kind of 15-foot radius, yeah. So it'll be 10 foot up and just at the edge of the there. So I'll move him.
I'll put him right here, like 10 feet away, and like, but 10 feet up, hypotenuse wise. So he starts there. So yeah, you can move him 40 feet from there.
Cool. All right, he'll go right next to Nora then. And he'll just hang out and wait for his next turn. And Leo will hold out for now. He's pretty hurt. He doesn't want to put himself at risk.
And Marcus is far enough away from you that you do not have your bonus to AC right now.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. And as you summon him, so your level 6 ability, are you giving him a +1 to attack rolls and damage, AC, or +1 to saving throws?
He is going to take it for the attacks.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll just
Attack and damage. I
yeah,
can
I'm
just
gonna
keep track of that if that works.
Yeah, that works. I'm gonna give him a little icon just to remind us as well. I don't have one that looks like a sword, but I should get one like that. Okay, cool. So I'll just give him empowered. All right, so that's Leo's turn. This is a surprise round, and so they don't get a turn. So skip,
Nice.
Dro.
Fuck. Learning that punching fire hurts.
Dro will turn around and run away.
He's gonna activate a stat 2. So he has 15 feet of range. Reaction, looking at Leo, not seeing him rush up in the battle with Marcus, clock that something's up, throw him his only health potion. And then he's going to get 15 feet from this hole that Margot is at and just hold his action. If anything comes out, he's pop.
Okay, so if anything comes within melee range of you.
Of her. So I should be able to reach.
I mean, there's a... If you're going for that, okay. So something would have to be next to her and next to you for that to work.
I have 15 feet of range because of the tattoo.
Did you activate your claw?
Yeah. It's a bonus action.
Cool. Okay, never mind. Sweet. So let's do a thing like that. I'm gonna give you lightning bolt for your tattoo.
Okay. It's gonna be a surprise to Margot.
Awesome. All right. So what does Margot see as that happens?
How do you see? You would see him rush up. Most of his body's covered. I don't think you'd see anything till he takes a hit. Then that's when the visible item would show. Right now, it's just you just see him ready with his quarterstaff, and awkwardly farther back than what you would think a quarterstaff could hit. But eyes on her.
All right. Also, Leo, what does she see out of the corner of her eye as Marcus goes zipping by?
So Marcus is he's a cute little fire griffin that came out of one of my crystals. So if you had been watching me, I reached down and tapped my little, I think it's white and red colored crystal, and out came this tiny little fire griffin. Not tiny, I guess he's probably like 3 feet long, something like that.
Yeah, it's about the size of like a large cat, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And here's a little picture of him.
Oh my gosh, it's cute.
Yeah. Pops out, like flies up by Leo's face and kind of gives him a nuzzle, and zips up. Okay. So end of surprise round. Nora is up.
Question.
Oh, and sorry, real quick. Everybody roll a perception check for me, please.
Ooh, let's go.
Of course, that's when I roll.
A perception check.
I just struggled so hard to click on perception.
18.
Oh, 15. I'm rolling
16. Why are we so
Okay.
close in our rolls?
What do you want?
Hey, Seamus and Leo, you guys are the furthest away, so it totally makes sense that you do not clock this. Actually, it's basically you guys clock this in order of proximity, basically. Except for Nora, because she's got twitchy ears.
Nothing's going on.
Yep. But you all hear something rumbling from the hole.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
The hole by us? The hole next to us?
Yeah.
And Margot, you're kind of looking down, and just purely for flavor, you look down and it's a deep black hole. Can't see much through it.
Even with that 300 foot of dark vision he gave me.
Right, but you're checking quickly. Your eyes haven't adjusted.
Yeah.
And from the very bottom, you see kind of a glowing light appear at the bottom.
Oh,
And
how?
Open up, and you can tell there are black jagged spikes on either side of the glowing hole.
Would you say it's within 60 feet of me?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably not.
You would 100% hear frickin' Dro when that shakes. You know how to close it. You probably should close it. Just screaming.
You
Okay.
hear in your head, let me think.
Yeah, you don't see like a face or nothing, but yeah, you basically see what Seamus just put in the
That
channel.
is terrifying. No.
No, I don't
What?
like this.
What?
What is with you in trying to kill new people, Morgan?
This is my job. To date, I've never done a TPK, but I'm trying. Noah, your turn. Unfortunately, if I TPK you guys, I have to spend a lot of time making new characters with y'all.
So curious on what the options are that she can do. So if she talks to Seamus about the very screwwampish shots that this new person did, because I think she rolled like a fucking 5. Oh, she rolled 21. Oh, that's perception. Oh, she rolled pretty good. So never mind, she hit. Then what
are you talking about?
What are you
the new person, the Margot. I scrolled back. I'm sorry. She hit pretty good. I forgot she got to re-roll that one. So it was a one. She was gonna be like, oh my god, she shot at me. But no. Okay. So she didn't. So if I'm going to address these hellhounds or whatever these wolves are, and look at them and kind of give them, we're going to try to do intimidation on the hellhounds and look at them and basically, I guess she's going to try to, like I said, intimidate, but she's going to be like, you don't want none of this, and she will just be very big and very angry at the dogs and kind of feel very master. She wants to be like, I'm your master, not this thing that I'm just whooping on. She's got strings and attach and stuff, so hopefully.
Go ahead and roll a perception or roll an intimidation check.
Oh baby, fucking 18 plus whatever I got. Intimidation. Oh, plus 0. So 18.
Okay, 18. You yell out, and it is. You see them like you yell, and you see them like crouch down and like bare their teeth and like snarl, and they like begin to like move forward. They probably don't speak common, so they don't understand what the.
I was hoping more my
what it
body
was.
language. She was hoping more her body language. So I'm guessing that's an action. So her bonus action should have a lot.
No, that's just your interaction. You're just your quick speech for your round.
Well, in that case, she's going to shoot this clown she's got in a net with her pepper box. So she's at 2-4. So she should have
Okay,
2
go for
more
it.
shots.
Yep, go for it.
First one's 19 plus 10, so 29.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I'm sure. 7 plus 5, so 13, right? No, 12 piercing damage.
Reduced to 6 because it's resistant.
Magical.
Non-magical.
Fantastic. Ooh, the next one not great. 15 is 15. I think is the armor class.
15 is the armor class, so go ahead and
Fantastic. And
roll that
then
damage.
7 cut in half.
7. Yep, it had 1 HP left.
And then she'll just look over at one of the dogs, kind of like, you see what I'm doing, kind of situation, but obviously it doesn't have the action to do anything, but she'll look at him very menacingly, like, you know what, this is how it is. Just
Alright.
because I'm British doesn't mean I won't put a fucking foot in your ass. Kind of idea.
Alright, describe your kill as you guys have shot, harpoons, javelins, and
Right.
strangled and force whipped this thing.
So she has the cannon on her shoulder, and she's shooting with her pistol shot, and then she's also intimidatingly looked, so it's kind of like she's almost in like 3 different battlefields. You know, she's 1 is the harpoon, 2 is the pistol, but 3 is she's trying to intimidate the hellhound. So she's just like, you know, and then so wherever it hits, she's just hoping that it murders whatever's going on.
Okay. Yep. And this time you shoot your shot and like it just like center of the head, just like kind of like brains explode out the back, or what would be brains, but instead it looks like liquid magma. Just, as it begins to fall back, you like twist your side at like with the tethers and just cold slice through the middle of this thing as its body topples over backwards. And because you got the final kill in this thing, I would say you can use your bonus action to try to intimidate them again.
Oh, excellent. I was gonna say, then yes, we'll do that. But I also, or do I get a grit point? Is it kind of that situation where I will get my grit point back or intimidate?
No, you get your grit point back anyways. This is just a scenario flavor.
Ooh, 15 plus 0, right? Yeah, 15.
Plus 0. I meant to say this is an advantage because you.
Better, let's
Just
go.
mark his leader.
13 plus 0, which is
13.
like
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna roll. This is gonna be a combative.
Ooh,
They're gonna do their charisma check, or they're gonna do their intimidation check against you for
-2.
4. Wow, it was
Hell yeah, brother.
almost a 16.
Not as strong as
The
a
two-
ginormous hippo.
The two of them begin to back off, and they're not truly like frightened, but I'm just gonna give them the little moniker anyways. Oh, I forgot it had the yes. Also, everybody, give me a Constitution saving throw. You guys are inhaling smoke and around fire. Margot is actually standing on fire. And I think I said,
Aslan's doing so good.
16.
Smoke,
18.
fire, whatever.
hey, missing people. I need. Nope, that was everybody. Okay, cool. Yaslin, you feel good and delicious. Margot,
And
you're fine,
delicious.
Nora. Okay, Seamus, you take. Ooh, this time around, like you are underneath that balcony, and there's part of it that does finally collapse and like rake down your right leg, kind of scratching you with like nails that have been heated up by the flames. You take 5 points of fire damage. Okay, and then Nora does her stuff, and then Yaslin is up.
Oh, do these things look like they're like scared now?
They look like they're backing off, for sure.
But I felt something rumbling over here.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely heard more rumbling here.
And I have a
Just see Dro with the scores.
He's like, don't do it! Alright, fine. She comes over here and she like sticks her head down.
Okay. Give me a perception check. And you attacked last time. If you don't attack at the end of this turn, you will lose your rage.
Yeah.
And you also, are you?
Oh, can I bonus before I do this? Can I bonus action shift?
Yeah, you can.
Ah, nice.
I forgot you had that.
I'm just gonna do this real quick. I believe my shift actually gives me 2 plus my proficiency bonus temporary HP.
Looking it up. Haven't
I don't.
looked at this in a
The
while.
formula doesn't look correct on my sheet here for some reason, so I don't actually know the specific. 2 times my proficiency bonus. Okay.
Yep. So that's a temporary HP. So that 1 temp HP that you got from absorbing some of the fire, as like some of the fire comes into you, it just like dives right into your scales. That is gone. So now you just have 6 temporary HP. Does not stack.
Yeah. Nice. And now I'll look into this fiery, smoky land.
21. Okay, Yaslin. As you look down in your dark vision, which you do have dark vision, right? Yes, you do. 60 feet. So the hole is deeper than 60 feet, but there is a little bit of light coming down from the bottom. You do see an open maw with blackened, almost obsidian teeth. You recognize this thing as a throat. It is taking up most of the hole. And you see that something is beginning to climb. You see like kind of a pudgy but clawed hand as it begins to cell up. You see a rounded, almost amphibian face, blackened texture across its body with little cracks in the middle that are dripping with molten appeal. Just little things, just like little bits are just of fire. And you see it look up, and it looks at you, and you hear it bellow towards you. And you all feel it shake again. And from it, as it bellows, 6 tendrils kind of leap out from its jawbones. All 6 of them light on fire, almost framing its head like a lion's mane. And you see an extremely large, fiery amphibian.
Ooh.
It's a pretty axolotl.
Axolotl, adorable.
I like him. That's the fire flower.
None of us want to attack you
Was
because
it
it's so adorable.
Was it my action to do the perception, or was it just me looking down?
That was your action
Okay.
to like stop and like truly look. So yes. And you see it, it is about 100 feet down. Whoops. I gotta change that. Yeah. But it's about 100 feet down. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in another guy, because for some reason it got rid of my something.
Margot, you would just see
just-
Dro staring at you. Like,
I have an idea.
Don't worry. In return, Yaslin roars right back at it.
The double.
I can't put it below. I can't put it below one. I can't.
doesn't it throw it under the map if you try that?
Okay, I'm putting it at 100 feet, but that is a negative. If I put it below 0, it drops it behind the map because of a certain setting that's put up. So, just so you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. Yaslin, as you look down, as it bellows up towards you,
I understand it too.
Oh, no.
I suddenly speak this. Oh.
and you roar back into the chasm, and nobody nearby you understands you. But type to me what you say.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Tro's head just snaps in her direction.
Okay. Margot, your turn. And you don't see quite as clearly unless you want to take your full turn to like peer down there, but you
Nope,
hear
I saw that little movement about 100-ish feet. something down there?
Yep, you see like the sides like kind of flare up and it begins to like lighten its body a little bit more. You can yeah, I'll say you can see that, like, because you were already staring there and then it lit things up, made itself visible.
Alright, it's not letting me click. Whatever. Dispel magic. At the portal thing.
Okay.
So that's gonna be what? It's a d20 plus my spell casting?
Okay. Just to be clear,
At
all
the
you
portal,
see,
right?
all you see is a big hole with this creature in the bottom.
I thought you said I saw like a light in it, something coming out of the light.
Oh yeah, you do. It's its mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, you saw its mouth open up and glow.
Alright. Then I guess I'll use my action for the perception check. See. Would I fucking see nothing? Of course not. Motherfucker. But would I have any kind of like idea that I think this is where the portal is? That's what I'm trying to gauge.
All you got is just there's a hole with a thing in it. And besides that, like, if you want to try to like magically sense if there is a portal down there, I'll have you roll an Arcana check instead of a perception check. But you don't see a graft. A graft typically looks kind of like white and gray. Like it looks like something like ripped open glass forcefully. Okay, with a 15, there is a lot of fire kind of magical energy going on down there. You don't even need detect magic to tell you that much. But it's not, you don't see a portal within eyeshot. Like you don't see a graft that's like pulling in. If there is one, it's beyond where you can see.
Okay, that changes what I'm gonna do then. That's only 30 feet. Shit, sorry. That's... I guess I'll, Chaos Bolt the thing then.
Okay, it's 100 feet away. You got the range on
120
that?
feet range.
Cool. Yep, and no worries. This is your first time really running your character, so...
You're good.
Hey, first time, welcome to the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just misunderstood your description earlier. I thought you were saying I could see the portal.
No, you're totally fine, which is why we can retroact and everything. Okay, 16. That is its armor class. Hold up here. Doesn't seem...
3 and a 5.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, what just happened?
14 d12.
It's gonna be 9 lightning damage.
9 lightning damage. Okay. You blast down there, and it takes it. Just a little bit of it, and the bolt lancing down, kind of like making the sides of the hole glow as it falls down. Just cracks across like its face, and there's like just a crack that like opens up in the obsidian hide, like down its neck a little bit, and it doesn't even seem to really care all that much. Not immune, not resistant, but seems to have its
Tanky
attention
shit.
elsewhere.
I say shit, and I back away from the hole behind this guy who looks like he might be a little more tough than I.
What?
Hey,
While Yaslin's still roaring into the.
Seamus, you are up.
I am going
Actually,
to.
Ooh, I didn't add a range on this. Nope, never mind. It's fine. Well, sorry. I'm gonna retroact that because there was something I could have done. Margot, as you launch the spell at it and you hit it, you see its eyes which are these dark void spheres. You see them for just a moment. They do briefly pivot towards you, and you feel like you kind of lose your sense of balance in gravity, like you're falling a little bit. Need you to make a charisma saving throw. Eight. Okay.
15.
Oh, look at
You feel
15.
15 is the DC.
Oh my god.
So you feel yourself get sucked forward and start to drift forward, but you kind of plant your foot hard enough to make it sting, kind of snap yourself out of it and yank back up, and you are able to back up to your location just fine. Okay, so now Seamus. Apologies.
Yeah, no worries. I'll move up here, and then I'm going to bonus action dash down to the dog.
And that is active flame. If you go in there, you will get burned.
Well, then I won't go down.
Yeah, because the dogs are very comfortably sitting in the flames.
I want to get close to it, I guess, without getting into the fire down there. I can walk down this bridge, probably.
Yeah, perfectly fine. If you do, go ahead. I'd say with where Nora's at, and you can jump from here to here, because there is you guys are not immune to the cold tethers that are linked to Nora's cannon. But you could jump on a post and be out of the way.
Then yeah, I would try to nimbly make my way over here without injuring my.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Give me an acrobatics check just to check.
Don't trip on your cane.
Not a one, not a one, yeah. Not a one, not a one.
A 5. It's not particularly graceful, but it's fine.
Dang. I'm going to, as a free action, pull out some raw meat from my backpack, and I will lean down towards the dog, and I will speak to it, and first I talk to it in a language that's very hissing, and I say something like, and then I speak to it again in a very different language, and I say, and in Abyssal and Infernal, I will say, you can trust me, or trust me, as I cast suggestion on the dog.
Okay. Okay, and it sees the meat, it sees you as you speak to it. Which did you say you did Abyssal first?
Infernal first, and then Abyssal.
Infernal. As soon as you speak Infernal, you get its attention. And okay, go ahead and what is it, a charisma saving throw or something?
A wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. The spell does not take, but you have its attention.
Maybe
Anything
a
else
great
would-
thing.
It didn't like what you
Anything-
said, but it likes the meat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's holding- look
For
at
sure.
that meat bag over there is holding more meat. That's great.
Let's see. Suggestion. I'm just making sure that there's. Okay, cool. So there's no like detriment like friends has. Go ahead and also roll me an animal handling check. Okay. Not great. But you just knowing a little bit of body language about dogs, like you do like it's kind of treating you warily, but it doesn't seem aggressive at the moment towards you. And Seamus, you hear from the side something go. Like something again growls at this thing from nearby in the shadow. Anything else for your turn? I think you've got bonus action left.
No, I bonus action dashed.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
I'm good.
Okay, moving to Leo.
Let me think. Yeah, not quite sure what to do. I think Leo's gonna try to get a little bit closer.
You do have you were tossed a healing potion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Definitely take the healing potion and drink it. That'd be good. What is a healing potion roll?
Heals for 2d4 plus 2, I think.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Got it.
Bang. Not bad. 8. All right.
7, yeah. Pretty good.
Or 7. I don't know why I said 8. All right.
Okay, so Leo feeling a little bit more rejuvenated here.
He's going to, since there's not much action up here, he's going to step around the outside of this, and he's going to try to get a little bit closer to Marcus and Nora.
And FYI, the locations on the map where there are fire are active fire spots. So if you run through them, they will burn you.
Ah, so I could die. All right.
Yep. So this map has a little bit more like application to the battle. It basically like a lot of the terrain here is not friendly to you.
I can never get this thing to do what I want, but it's fine. So 10, 20, 30. So I'll end up over here. Or what do I have? 30 feet, yeah. So I avoided the fire and everything. Alright, and then...
And Leo, if you like, if you are being more reserved, you do have a crossbow.
Yeah, but what can I shoot at? This thing's 100 feet down, right? I could shoot at the dogs, but the dogs aren't heading our way.
That's right. So nothing at the moment. Like the dogs are backing off, or like Seamus, the one with Seamus isn't backing off anymore. It's stalled out. And the other one is backing away.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my bolts. Marcus is gonna come over to me, and we're going to wait until something else happens, because at this point we're not directly threatened, and I don't have a plan to deal with that hole.
You can hold your action to shoot your crossbow if you want. If you like see something.
Yeah, solid plan. We'll do that. I will hold my action with my crossbow in case something starts heading towards me.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is my giant fiery amphibian. And he is going to use his turn to crawl up the hole.
Aslan's just snarling at this thing the entire time.
Or not.
Yeah.
He can just stay down there.
The two of them, Yaslin and this creature, are seemingly yelling at each other. And like the growls turn into some version of language that you guys do not understand. So it is going to
Yaslin, tell it to fuck off.
oh bugger. Okay, cool. Yep, it's going to use its dash to move 40 feet up because it's climbing, so it is at half speed. So it's down to 60 feet away. And Yaslin, you are trash talking this thing, and you see it kind of like see something form in the back of its neck, and it flares out and launches a ball of molten slag at you. And I am so happy that I get to play with this thing finally.
Oh, I am like barely
Yep.
in range of it.
You're dead.
Okay, that would be a 21 to hit.
Don't worry.
Okay, roll that reaction.
E8.
If you bat this thing
y-
back.
Yep, basically if you roll anything above a 1, you dodge.
Let me make sure this is a D8 that I roll. Yeah, it's a D8.
Ta-cha.
Okay, so this thing comes up, and because of the nature of this thing, this is actually I misspoke. This is not a dodge. You use your tail to interpose and block against this thing, and redirect it and slam it onto the side. This is a oh, how to do this?
What is this thing?
Good question, and you're insulting it, so.
Yeah.
Yaslin not fully there, okay?
You redirect the bludgeoning damage from this thing and like place it onto the ground next to you. You do take the fire damage for coming into contact with this. And okay, I'm gonna roll the d10 for fire damage. That is a 6. Roll me a charisma save.
So, 5?
Yaslin, you gain, not that it matters, because I'm pretty sure you're at 6 temporary HP right now anyways, but you gain 6 temporary HP from the fire. And you are so excited. Your grip on reality
Is
shifts a little bit more. And for everybody else, there's this little orb that is sitting on Yaslin. It is a chunk of like molten slag that has a 5-foot heat radius. If you come in contact with it, it will burn you. If you come into the radius, it will burn you. Unless you're Yaslin right now, because reasons. Okay. that's its turn. Let's see, this hellhound going to do a stealth. Woo!
Oh, unfortunate.
Look at that!
In the flames, in the smoke, it is going to get advantage on that, and everybody loses track of this hound. But as it starts to, it is backing away, and you guys don't know where it goes after that. So Dro, then the hound, then will wrap for the night.
You've been chosen.
I
Just punch it. See how it goes.
Punch
Jump down
it.
there. It's totally fine.
Fucking punch it, dude.
Yaslin's about to go down there.
I can see. Could I assume there's fire or something coming from this hole? I saw lava come up.
You just saw like a glob of liquid molten metal splash up in front of Yaslin, and she blocked it down with her tail. And you can visibly see the heat waves coming off of this thing. Oh, also, Yaslin, as you are looking at this thing, you see that crack along its neck. It reforms its obsidian and regenerates a little bit. This is easily the hardest boss I have ever thrown at you guys. Comparative to your levels, I should say.
Lay tricky.
So,
Okay.
beware.
I don't know if this is gonna do jack shit. Free action. I was about to say Kevis. Dro is going to pull out his canteen, splash a little water on his hands, swipe it across, and cast Create Water into the hole.
Okay. Interesting. What's the radius on that?
That is 30 feet, I think. Let me double check.
30
feet
feet wide?
or 30 foot, not cone, cube.
30-foot cube. Okay, just
Yeah.
right down there. And it goes down. You immediately start to hear things sizzle, including the slag spot that is covering Yaslin, and the heat wave from that goes out.
Oh, did it not let me put the
30-foot
template?
cube. Oh, I hate using cubes on this.
Here, I can put the template down. I just canceled it on accident.
Yeah, you're good. I almost got it.
So I think. Yeah,
There we go.
there. That's where it would go.
Okay, so I'm going to turn that to blue for water reasons. Right there. Okay, so any of those spots that are on fire, right here. Oh, come on, why can I not? Oh, because I'm in the wrong thing. Any of the spots that are on fire, right here and right here, those are doused. Those are safe for a moment. But
also-
you hear the water rush down.
Yeah, it comes down as rain. is what
And
it
there
says.
is a massive amount of steam that boils up from this thing, and you do hear the creature scream. Okay, you pissed it off at least.
Yeah, he's good about that. Pissing people off.
Mhm.
Drew its attention, that's all it cares.
That is my action. Shit. Just spin around and look at Margot. Any ideas? This is to Margot.
Margot. Maybe she stepped away for a sec. Okay.
And that's really it. This bonus action is going to be useless.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, sorry, I hit the mute on the speaker, not the.
Yep, that'll happen.
I said, I need to find the graft first. I can't do anything until we find that.
Well, I already used my action, so I couldn't even look around.
Yaslin's still screeching at this thing.
Can I use my bonus action to do that? Take a quick look if anything looks out of the ordinary. Obviously, everything's on fire.
Yeah, go ahead and do it at a disadvantage because I'm
Okay.
allowing that tonight.
Not performance.
Uh, 16. Nothing much more than what you see immediately. You do notice there is a little white glowing something kind of sitting behind this sigil that like sits on top of it. You do notice like a bit of white light up here, which is a little bit odd.
For context, looking up, is that something Joe could get to up?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It'd be lots of climbing and like difficult terrain because things are on fire and trying not to burn yourself. But yeah.
Would it be more of like he could monk his way up there? That's even a term.
Yeah, it would take his monkness to do so. If you want to try to get up there, feel free. You can roll an acrobatics check.
While looking around, he's gonna just look at Margot and point up there, like that direction. And I have my movement. I never moved.
Oh yeah.
Where's this
You're
hole?
1 trillion feet of movement.
I'm scared. Where's this? Oh wait, there's no fire here. Yeah. I could get up there easily.
Come join me.
No.
Come join me.
No. No.
I mean, probably better out of character. She's not a.
Yeah. You said acrobatics, Morgan. Get up
Yep.
there. Okay.
Oh my
God,
goodness!
yes.
Yeah, you can move your movement speed this turn and climb. And mind you, that opening is 10 feet tall before you get to that first roof slat right here.
So 25 then. 30, 40. Oh my god, I'm zoomed out.
The acrobatics check was good enough that you don't have to count any of this as
thank
climbing
God.
speed.
So I can just get up. But just get up as
Yep.
close as I can to it. Yes.
Interesting. Yep, you hop up there and you peer around, and what you see is like a white face with like a pointed chin and pointy nose, like turns very surprised to see you, and it's just like a disembodied, like flaming head. Ignore that stuff in the background, but that's the face that turns towards you. And does it sing have language?
cool.
Yes, it does.
Oh!
You hear it shout something. It looks surprised, and then like immediately like turns to bolt away, like just dash out of there.
Like, was it in range of me?
Yep, right there.
Pop.
Single pop if it's
Yeah.
if it's your reaction because you've already used your turn. Well, it's sure I didn't actually put this thing in the initiative, so why not go ahead and roll your strike?
And I have my tattoo activated. What?
Yes, you do, which is
Drow
why
is,
you could reach this thing.
Joe is 10 feet away. Stop yelling at me. I have to move closer to smack it.
Oh, sure, just because technical reasons.
Did it? Oh, yeah, that's what I want.
Okay, misses. And you see it dash off really freaking fast with its, just assuming it makes its turn at the end of the round here. It's going to bolt off 240 feet of movement speed.
Actually, can I use my focused aim ability? When I miss an attack roll, I can spend up to 1 to 3 key points to increase my roll by 2 for each key point I use.
Yes, you can. So how many are you going to use?
Oh, I bet this asshole has a high AC. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
For that?
Yeah. So I want to hit this guy. I'm glad I used my inspiration.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, I gotta remember what, because the tattoo gives extra stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what it was. 1d6 force.
Hey, yep, 10 bludgeoning damage goes through. Or 10 damage total as it zips away, and you manage to like reach out and claw it with your tattoo, kind of like knocking it off trajectory a little bit. And then 240 feet away, and it shoots up towards the sky through the smoke. And that'll be Dro's turn. The Hellhound's going to basically like get under. At this point, Seamus, between you and the Hound is only like 3 or 4 feet different. It looks up to you and it speaks in in Infernal, and it looks to your side and kind of bares its teeth as well. It says, "Who are you that holds the mark of death in your shadow?"
Who's asking?
"One of the mark of flame." And roll a... This is a roll a persuasion check for me. This is contested persuasion check. Okay. Holy shit.
At a -2.
This is the only thing I could have rolled that would have done anything.
Nat 20 -2.
Yep. Okay. The nat 20 still wins. But there's something about it, like the connection that the two of you like form as you were like staring at one another. There is oh boy, I did not expect this part. Seamus, you feel that thing that was tracking you and talking to you in the library. Kind of, you're looking at this hound, and then suddenly you see another one at your side. This one, not sleek and pointed with like a barrel chest. The next one, daunchy, thick. Where is it? Sorry. Now, suddenly, Seamus, you have two very different, dark-looking dogs, like staring at one another and like looking kind of respectful yet territorial at the same time. And the flame one looks up at you and says, "You are respectable, force. Child of the Shadow King. I expect Flame King would like to meet you very much. I will tell him of your arrival. And then begins to back up if you don't do anything else.
I would do something. If I can free action, I will toss him a piece of meat.
Or actually, like, as it's going through the area, it, like, spits a gout of fire, and it comes in, like, very, like, crispy, and, like, it bites it, and, like, some of it, like, falls to the ground in, like, little, like, hot, broken meat bits. Appreciate it. And, from the shadows, and just for flavor, and nobody else is paying attention to this side of the battle, everybody is based elsewhere, so I'm just gonna kind of take the hellhounds out at this point. Give me a perception check. Seamus. Oh yeah, that'll do.
Pretty good.
You see it like kind of back up, and you notice it like through the flame, and you see it like meet up with the other dog. And the two of them kind of like start to back up together, and you see like one of them like drift in front of the other one, and you just think it's like two of them are lined up, and then like you see them kind of twist. And instead, two becomes one as it backs up deeper into the flame and disappears.
Oh shit!
That's where we're going to
Going
end
in
for
it's a long, come
tonight.
on.
So many
Uh,
cool things are